wrapped around your soul with no control. You can't breathe when you're drowning underwater. There's so much water. I'll run, I'll hide. Darkness always clouds my mind. When I look behind, it's moving closer every time. I can't pretend that I have a strong defense. 'Cause darkness, my old friend, you get me till at the end. At the end. Can you feel it wrapped around your soul with no control? You can't breathe when you're drowning underwater. There's so much water. Ah, I can't pretend that I have a strong defense. 'Cause darkness, my old friend, you get me till at the end.
What's going on, folks? Will Stewart here with another late night THFC rant. And Jinty wants to know who we have here in the upper right hand corner. Is that the new Spurs theme song? Well, it's been the Spurs, the theme song for my shows since March. So, yes, it applies. I don't think it was the theme song for my first show. I think I had a different one then, and I changed it. I thought it was very fitting. I think it was the first show that I did. I did a live show on the defense. I think I swapped it up from there. And
It's been true ever since.
It fit well. Hopefully that changes though. This season. Before we get rolling to the show, got to handle the business side of this. And Williams Rangers are Patreon members. Spartan 7 Gaming, Wayne Bonner, Mama Coach, Seller Agent, AG, Koguma Nim, Tony Go Nim, Alex Broughton, Bob Spur TV. Those are the folks that help support the channel. If you want to be cool like them, head on over to patreon.com/THFCRants. You can sign up for as little as $5 a month, and then as much as you'd like after that. We also have our YouTube channel members, which get special things like there. If you guys notice in the chat, Mr. Ginty has a little icon next to his name, a little bald egg sitting next to his name in the chat. And he also has some really cool emojis. And yeah, if you click on the in the YouTube chat,
oh my,
in the emoji section, you have
lovely
some emojis
Cody
there.
Oh,
Cody in a teacup, and you have Dr. Levy.
I do.
Dr. Levy.
Get you again.
At my head.
Some moon boots.
Some moon boots.
And the channel.
Oh.
Look at all those lovely emojis you could all collect.
That's right. The THFCRants logo as well. And then the more members we get, the more emojis I can put up there. So if you guys want to become a member, if you are on your computer, watching this stream, just, minimize the live chat, or you won't even see the live chat, I guess, if you're on your computer. Just click that join button. If you are on your mobile device, it's a little bit more difficult. I think you actually have to pull up the browser version of it for now. I can throw a link out there if people are super interested. If you are interested, put it in the chat that you're interested, and we'll get that for you. Here's what's going on. Hope you're doing well after being on Bob's channel. It's pretty scary channel to go on for the first time. If you're still awake and would like to join, the link is pinned to the top of the group or top of the live chat. So if you want to jump on the show and have your say, whether it be anyone, hopefully we get some new folks on. I always like it when new people, first timers, jump on the streams. But yeah, that's it. Also, too, make sure you like the video, subscribe if you think Stell's haircut is better than mine. But what's going on, fellas? What's going on tonight?
Yeah. Not bad, man. Did you watch the game?
I did watch the game.
What a score for Anthony's Detroit City FC winning the NISA Championship. I don't know what game you're talking about.
With the NAISA?
Yeah. You've got low res Jenny there now.
It's technically professional. It is professional, but it is only higher than USL2, simply because USL2 is made up of college students and professionals.
Right.
So,
some champions, like, do they promote to a higher league, or is that like the highest they can go?
We have no promotion relegation here in the United States. So, yeah, you are where you are.
So just could be big fish in a small pond.
We do have a cup match, like EFL Cup or the.
But all the leagues go for.
Yeah, so anyone who is a part of that. I think my son's club got past because they're at the very bottom of the U.S. pyramid. I think they got, I want to say, past the first 3 or 4 rounds, even with half the team being. Actually, I think our whole squad is all college kids. I don't think we have any pros on our team.
Oh.
But we can't. You are allowed to have some, so it's technically considered semi-pro. College kids, for people that don't know, in the United States, if they get paid in sports or by sponsorship deals, they get kicked out of school.
Yeah, no, it's so ridiculous.
So they can't do that.
Is that a new member I see?
Huh?
Is that a new member I see?
New member? Oh, Danny Kiriakou jumped up with a brand new membership. Thank you very much, Danny. You can come on the show too if you'd like. But yeah.
Are you going to say it still? Or are you just going to eat an apple, cutting it up like a gangster in the background?
How you doing, Jinty? You're right.
I'm not bad, mate.
I've just done a 2.5 hour stream with Bob, so I need some.
Fair enough.
Do you know what it is, right? I used to get into this habit where if I was still awake at this time of night, I'd eat chocolates, crisps, Pringles. So I found if you just eat fruit, it feeds the sugar.
Rush, you want craving?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, and I don't get as many stomach pains in my sleep as well.
Fair enough.
You probably don't gain as much weight either.
I don't know. I seem to still put on weight because I eat loads of other. Shit.
They are just pure sugar. Fruit is just a natural pure sugar.
But fruit sugar actually dissolves faster than
Fructose.
Yeah.
Is what you talk about, yeah.
So it's the alcohol that's also in the I can't remember the name of the type of sugar right off the top of my head.
Fructose sugar.
Right,
Yeah.
fructose, but there's also another element in fruit that makes the sugar break down less, or it's not as damaging to your system as sucrose.
I do it as well, Will, because I know Cody Mack, he really enjoys this part of the night when I eat.
He does. It's his favorite part. I heard, did he and Matty Hayes jump on the end of the Bob stream yesterday or earlier?
Yeah.
I missed the end. Like I said, I had totally forgot I had the show tonight, and I had things I had to get done tonight, and so I was like, "Holy crap, I forgot! Totally forgot about it."
He asked a really good question, actually.
Who Cody did?
Actually, Cody gave a really good answer. So the question was, if you could have dinner with one famous football person, who would it be? So most people said Maradona. I said Maradona. I said Brian Clough as well. Someone said Gascoigne, but Cody Mack said the one that after he said it, we were all, oh yeah. Why didn't I say that? He said, in fact, let me ask you two first. Who would you have dinner with?
Gingy, you want to go first? I don't know if people are going to like my answer, but
I have to go for my boyhood hero, Henrik Larsson.
Henrik Larsson.
Yeah. Absolute. He's a humble man. Yeah. So, and from all the interviews I've seen of him, man, and the way he talks about the club, so yeah, I think that'd be a great time.
I would want
Maradona. Oh, sorry, you go, man.
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I don't think Maradona would be the most calming dinner. You know, if you want to go on a night out, you take Maradona. If you go to dinner, you want to take a person with less energy.
It's his stories, I think, isn't it? It's the stories he'll tell you.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, you're right.
I would like to have dinner with George Mendes.
The super agent.
Super agent, yeah.
Why?
Why? Because I have a son who's coming forward. That's what I'd like to have dinner with.
Oh, you're thinking like Levy does business.
I'm always thinking business.
Right,
Well,
footballer, right. Just guys skip that. Footballer.
I think
Famous football-related celebrity is what the question was. Footballer.
Cody Mack said the best one anyway, so none of you said it.
Well, mine's personal, so.
It's the one that none of us thought of. He said Bill Nick. I know. How can you not think of that, right? I was like, of course. That's exactly who I want to speak to. But anyway. I think Cody Mack's doing a lot of reading on Tottenham, and like he reads a lot of books and catalogues and literature on the history of Tottenham. So he's probably got Bill Nick just pounding for his brain every day.
Yeah, he got the book it's called like Tottenham History or something like that. The History of Tottenham.
Yeah.
He's been reading and quoting from it all.
Alex
The last
Ferguson.
couple months.
That'd be a great one as well.
Alex Ferguson, what a great shout that is. Bloody hell. That's a brilliant shout.
Because he has some stories and all from his growing up in his youth in Glasgow and coming in. You know,
Have you watched his documentary that just came out?
I heard it's really good. Is that the one on Amazon Prime?
Yeah, I think so. Amazon or something like that.
Guys,
I don't know what it
if
is
you
on
want to
your side.
watch a great documentary, so when Greece won the Euros in 2004, before the tournament, so Greece were 2,500 to 1, like the ultimate rank outsiders. They interviewed Arsene Wenger on, I think it was like a BBC sports show, and they said, who do you think is going to win it? And during the conversation, he said, just keep an eye on Greece. And they said, why? What are you talking about? And he goes, their manager is a German guy called Otto Rehhagel. I remember him because he beat me when I was managing Monaco. He's a good manager. Just keep an eye on them. Like, it's just one of those comments where you think, okay, right. Anyway, so Otto Rehhagel went on to win it. They've done a documentary now. I think it's called King Otto. Honestly, what an unbelievable documentary on a manager. Just if you get a chance to watch it, just from a purist football fan point of view, it's fantastic, man. Honestly, great story. Good watch if you're a football lover.
Was Samaras part of that Greece team?
No,
it wasn't. No, it didn't go through that time.
No, Samaras was like 10 years after, I think.
And Danny wants Cody to shut up so badly that he said his name twice.
Or he was only 2 years after me. He made his debut in 2006. That's a shame he missed that.
I remember Samaras scored this brilliant goal against Rangers in the derby where he's picked it up and he's run at goal and he's smashed it across the. I remember, and then he jumped he went behind the stands and everyone went ballistic.
Yeah, man. He was a weird one. Because you at times you're just like, what? Where he'd just go missing, and then other times he'd score worldies. Just like one of those really inconsistent. His goal scoring record's quality. It's 50 goals and 150 appearances, which is not a really bad return for a player who was so inconsistent.
Spurs had a player like that once, a couple of years ago. Well, not a couple of years ago. Do you remember Freddie Canute?
Oh yeah.
Go missing, and then he just score an absolutely blinding goal. And you're like,
yeah.
Like a Rabona once every 3 or 4 years.
I like Lamela.
Apparently, Lamella's he wants to leave. Please be fucking true. Please.
I'll give him a ride. Eric Lamela, if you're watching, I'll give you a ride wherever you need to go. Give you a ride. There was only one name on there that I wasn't excited about in that Athletic article, and that was, and it wasn't someone who said they wanted to go, but it was said someone that the club was keen on selling, and that was Lucas Moura. I was surprised by that.
Really?
Yeah.
Will, sorry, say that again.
There was an article in the Athletic earlier today or late yesterday. Can't remember what time it was, but it was saying that there were several players who had asked for a move. There was Toby, Harry Winks, and Eric Lamela had asked to be moved to move on. And then Musa Sissoko, huh?
Who was the first? Harry Winks, Lamela. Who was the first player you said?
Toby Alderweireld.
Oh yeah.
How much of this do we believe, guys? When it just so happens all the players we want out have all just come out and said we want to leave. It just kind of feeds into the people craving for gossip, doesn't it? These stories sometimes.
Well, I think the Toby one's real.
Toby, yeah, I think that's real.
And I think the Harry Winks one as well as I almost said real as well.
But why would he want out?
Because he hasn't been playing.
Because Ryan Mason's not manager anymore.
He knows he's not going to play anymore.
Well, unless Nuno's already said to him, "You're not part of my plans."
Yeah. Classic line, mate. Not part of my plans. What a coaching classic line that is.
And then there was two other players. Musa Sissoko would be one that we're trying to move on as well. And then there was two players. I can't remember the other one, but there were two other players that they said that they wanted to move on. Let me open up the article.
Eric Dyer, Aurier.
Serge Aurier was one who said he wanted to leave.
Please go.
Yeah.
The thing is, I actually think Serge Aurier was better than Doherty last year.
Yeah. I actually, I was saying on that first podcast.
It was Sissoko and Moura that the club was looking to move
Sissoko
on.
has to go. Sissoko has to go. Man.
Sissoko has to go, but Lucas Moura, I'm surprised at.
It's not even just the fact that, I mean, just cancel his contract because apparently, as they were saying, he's such a big influence in that dressing room, and that dressing room is awful. So.
But I'd
Can't
sell
remember.
Lo Celso before I sell Lucas Moura.
Wow, really?
Do you know the problem with Lucas Moura is his best position is basically the number 10. It's behind the striker, but he's never going to get to play that role week in, week out because they've got to justify Lo Celso, they've got to justify keeping Dele Alli, they've got to justify keeping players that don't quite do it. Whereas Lucas Moura, he's
better than them at that position.
Yeah,
At least
He
he was
also
last
does that-
season.
I mean, he does have that, like looking down at the ball and taking one too many touches and running into traffic. That just seemed to be it. He
Yeah,
does
but
that
he's-
once
he
a day.
loves it. He loves doing
He's
that.
a lot better. He's a lot more clinical than those other players, though. That's the problem for me. Is that his finishing wise, and especially in big games, I don't think I've seen a big game where he's played close to the full 90 minutes and he hasn't at least scored one.
Celso though.
Yeah, what's Lo Celso done?
Guys,
I know,
can I
but he's
say,
25, man.
can I say something about Lo Celso?
Mhm.
Okay, I can't explain this, but I'm going to try to. I honestly believe I can see a player, and after maybe once, twice, I know whether they're good or not. It's almost like an instinct. There's like something that triggers, and you just know.
I think I have it too.
I see that. I see that in Lo Celso. I know he
Yeah,
hasn't
me too.
justified it, and I know people will slate him and people will say he's not good enough. I'm telling you, I think Lo Celso is a quality player. I really do. I just think that the problem we've got with Lo Celso is it's been a mixture of injuries, a mixture of a lack of game time, and he's always being moved. 1 minute he's in the middle, then he's out wide, then the system changes. I'd just like to see him played in one position and just let him stay there for 10 games in a row, injury-free, and I think we'll see a really good player. I really do.
But what's his position though?
I think he needs to go behind I think he's the number 10.
I think, really, you think he's number 10 now?
Even in the second half of the year before, the shutdown year, he had, I think it was like 4 or 5 goals, maybe more, but his assists were like non-existent. For me, if you're going to be a number 10, you got to be pulling at least. Look, if you're at number 10 and you're scoring only 3 or 4 a season, but you're pulling out like 8 to 12 assists a year, I think, okay, I can deal with that. But if you're scoring 5 or 6 goals and you're not, no assists are coming from you, I just don't know. And then you got to think, okay, if you're not creative, then you need to be moving back. And I just don't see him being big enough and physical enough to be a really good box-to-box midfielder.
He's not a box.
I think he does. I think he does have that, mate. He did that for Real Betis, though, and for Argentina.
See, real Betis, he was quite forward. You often found him around or in the penalty box.
Yeah, but he'd always drop in. I remember, like, when I was watching like the highlights and the stuff about the scouting reports on him, you would see him like they would play from the back. Obviously, that's their style of play at that time, Betis, and like they would pick up the ball from Bartra or someone else, and then he'd drop in, turn, do a dribble, and then pass it out or something like that. So he would be doing that back before. I don't know. Obviously, the Spanish league is not as a physical league as the Premier League.
Neither is Copa America. Like this guy said down here, sell, so you need to watch Copa America. That's the thing. The problem with Copa America is here's the difference between watching, I think, the European competition and the CONMEBOL and CONCACAF competitions, is that you're going to have players who look better because the competition is so up and down, right? Like you got Uruguay, Argentina, and Brazil. But outside of those 3 teams, is there anyone who's consistently just got world-class players all over the place? You know what I mean? Where, you know what I mean? The competition isn't as consistent. And I think it's the same in the other big leagues, right? Where the bottom 5 or 6 teams are not anywhere near at the level of the top 5 or 6 teams. Whereas the Premier League, while that is also true, it's a little bit more balanced. Right, the competitiveness spreads deeper and with less of a I think that's evident by if you look at the world rankings of world football leagues,
Mhm.
the championship is up in the top 10. So, as far as
Which you talk
competitors
about
concerned,
what Edwardson said. He's good at crossing. Think he'd be a good winner. I don't think he has the pace to be a winger, man, in the Premier League.
No, he's not a winger. He's not a winger. He gets mistreated as well. Like that Carabao Cup final, we weren't very good. But for me, the two players that looked or were beginning to grow into the game were Lo Celso and Lucas Moura. And fucking Ryan Mason takes them both off. You're like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing?
Well, I mean, Lo Celso had a horrible first half. The second half, he did look like he was starting to grow into it and pick up steam.
And he pulls him out.
Yeah.
Oh, who could that be with that profile picture?
Some guy who has his hair up.
Looks like a lampshade.
Yeah.
Which he's not the bun, he's the bulb. The bulb.
60 watt coming in live.
Incoming 60 watts.
So according to, I can't remember what, I think this is purely swiftdoors.com, maybe brought to you by the creators. I don't know if that's an ad or if this is the site that did it, but like in the rankings that I have here, we got Premier League, Liga or La Liga, German Bundesliga, Serie A, French Ligue A, Russian Premier Liga, Brazil, Serie A, and the Portuguese Liga. That's 1 through 8, and then English League Championship is number 9.
You missed it out though. For sponsorship reasons, it's Liga and Uber Eats. Did you see that? That's what it's called, mate. The French league, you have to see.
Oh, I don't care.
You're
I
the
spell it
commentator.
Liga.
No, it's hilarious though. Just the fact it's called Liga and Uber Eats. How's it going, Danny?
Do you know what? You shouldn't laugh, Ginty, because if that's what's happening, I bet you Spurs end up doing something like that. Somehow we'll find a way.
The Uber Eats arena. the Deliveroo Stadium. No.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah, they're saying that the championship is a more competitive league than the Dutch Eredivisie.
Deliverina.
Deliverina. Oh God. The Eredivisie is less than the championship.
Yeah.
I mean, the championship is a tough league, man. They've got a lot of matches to play and a lot, because it's 20.
Well, they do it based on the coefficient of each team, right? So they even tell you who the top teams are for each of those leagues. So like with the championship, the best team this season was Brentford at a 67 rating, and then Bristol City was at 30.2. Whereas the Dutch Eredivisie has, or Eredivisie, or however you pronounce it, has Ajax at 80. Right, so you got Ajax, PSV at really high up there.
Right.
But then their lowest teams, like the ADO, Den Haag.
How does that work, man? Because coefficients usually rank how many spots they get in Europe. And if the Dutch Eredivisie gets spots in Europe, you can't give spots in Europe to the championship, So
they
how
only
do
get
they
2. So it's based on the team's coefficient, each individual team's coefficient, not necessarily that UEFA coefficient, but like they're saying that the competitiveness score that each of those teams in that league received. Right. So like you have in Serie A, their best team, they said the attacking wise or competitive wise was Atalanta at 84.1. And then you had Crotone at 47.2.
Right.
So they take that average and you get the average score for Serie A 65.63. Right. Whereas like the average score for so they're saying that the Dutch league has at Ajax being an 80.6 has a higher score than even up as far as like Brazil or the Portuguese league, but because there's such a big difference between the top teams in that league and the bottom leagues in that team, it drops the overall average of the league down, right?
All right, okay.
So, yeah.
What's up, Danny? Oh, you're muted, mate. I was wondering why you were so quiet.
How often does that happen? People just talk and they're muted. It's like
it happens all the time. All the time. Who do you got in the comments here?
So much for the 60 watts. His headphones are running out of power.
It's better edition 10 volt, 10 watt bulb.
You just swap the battery out.
Hello?
We can hear you now.
Oh, there we go.
Might help
that
if you
then?
pull your mic out too. That might help.
Yeah. No, that's true, actually. You can hear it clearly. Like, when it's like this, it's like it's a bit different. I don't like it though.
All right.
But yeah, I'm alright. How's everyone?
Good, mate. I thought you'd be absolutely pissed that
Why?
you're not. Because of the score. I had to sit there with I've got family up, and one of them's English, and I made them a nice dinner and everything, mate, and then I had to sit there and watch that thrashing.
Mate, nothing will ever phase it as a result with me, because I've had to watch a Champions League final with a Chelsea fan, and to watch his reaction live in front of me, and then the things that he said as well just blew my mind. Like, honestly, it's just like, for me, it was like, how much more of a Glory fan can you be? It was just ridiculous. The stuff I was hearing coming out of his mouth, it was like, wow. Yeah, so nothing phases me when it comes to results like that. But yeah, I wanted to say, right, with Lo Celso, because I heard you talking about him. I do agree with Stel. So my take on Lo Celso is that the reason why I say that is because when in that season where Kane and Son got injured, was it last season or season before? His first season? Yeah, and when Mourinho's first season, right? He basically pretty much carried the team. Well, not carry the team, but he was one of the standout players, right? For half a year, maybe 4 months or so. He was brilliant. And I think last year he's just been very, very unlucky with injuries. He hasn't been able to get fit. He starts coming back into it. Then he got an injury again. He's just had problem after problem this season. For me, I think with him, if he has a season like this again, this season, I think he has to go, because we can't keep carrying a player like a Lamela who's going to sit there for like 8 years and you're going to get like 5 games out of him a season, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
When even though he might be good, but I know Lamela's a different story. But I'm saying with Lo Celso, he has got ability. A lot of top players as well, they all say, even Messi said it. He said he's unbelievable. Messi, of all players, said that he's unbelievable. Messi. And you got to understand, right, that if someone if this caliber player, one of the best of all time, is saying that, you got to stand up and like have a look at him, because he has got ability, he's got talent. I don't think his best position is number 10. I think his best position is a deep lying playmaker role. I think he could be like a Moutinho type player, like for Wolves. How Moutinho is for Wolves? He's not a central attacking midfielder, but he's more of that deep lying playmaker kind of midfielder. And I think he needs the right people to play with him. And I think that he does need to stay fit, because if he's injured again, like the way he was last season, the coming season, then yeah, I think they got to get rid of him. But I think if they get him fit, I think he could be a brilliant player for us.
The problem with Lo Celso, Danny, is we bought him at a very young age. And when you buy a young player who's had a couple of good seasons, you need a coach that's now going to develop that player.
Yeah,
you know,
and he didn't really get Poch to do that, because that's what Poch
he wasn't
done.
developed. He wasn't developed. So now Nuno needs to develop the player. That's, as a coach, that's what you're supposed to do.
And Jose was not that type of person. Jose just wanted ready-made stars already in the team who he could make play or not make, could tactically position them and play them to make them sort of
how he wanted.
How he wanted, so that they could get the results. And he could only do that with star players, which is why
Mourinho takes an 8 out of 10 and makes them a 10 out of 10, or a 9 out of 10 and a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
He doesn't take a 4, a 5, a 6, a 7. And that's what Poch does.
A 10 out of 10. Yeah, that's what Poch does. And that's maybe what we hope Nuno will do as well, because he's proven it with a lot of players anyway at Wolves and before. Like, if you guys listen to We Are Tottenham TV, right, on their 5 takeaways from Nuno, right, one of the things they mentioned was that if you look at that Valencia team, they were the 3rd best in terms of goals conceded in that season, right? Do you know who their centre back pairing was?
True.
Mustafi and Otamendi. Mustafi. And in the season after he left, they went, obviously, Otamendi went to Man City and Mustafi went to Arsenal. But he got them playing. It also, they scored 70 goals, right? So they scored the third most in the league as well. They beat Atletico Madrid that season, who were champions as well. They beat Real Madrid and they drew Real Madrid, and they get results against. They did get results against big teams. So
can I hold that for a second? Yeah. Well, can you pull up Aaron's comment?
Which one?
The one that's. I think you know the one I'm talking about. Scroll up a tiny bit.
This one?
Yeah. Aaron Hanjelmia Tuskin. There you go. Don't do your
Yeah, he was drinking. He had already been through 6 beers and a half a pizza during Bob's show. So sure, by now that was 2 hours ago. So I'm sure by now he's
Yeah, he wanted some garlic. There's some garlic.
Oh, man, I love takeaway pizza.
Aye.
Such a good thing in it, pizza.
Yeah, mate.
This is good. I've never had it in the UK though. I wouldn't know what your
Domino's
pizza tastes like.
I've heard is 1,000 times better in the UK than it is in the US. I heard Domino's pizza is like shocking over there.
Right,
I
Ginty,
like Domino's here. My
do you
second
have
favorite.
pineapple on your pizza, Ginty?
I do like a Hawaiian, yeah.
yeah, see
Come on, man. Come on.
Disgusting.
see how is that disgusting? It's nice.
It now isn't
Hawaiian
disgusting, but it is. Look, there are things in life that aren't supposed to be mixed together.
I
okay?
quite like how it's the American who doesn't like the US state named pizza.
Well, before you answer to say that answers to that what you said, the first thing that shouldn't be together is Daniel Levy and Tottenham Hotspur. That's the first thing that shouldn't be together.
Okay. We can
So
throw
what's
that in
your-
there. But there are
what's your
multiple things in life, right?
Okay, go on.
That shouldn't be mixed. Sweet and savory.
you
Yeah,
can't do like a
Tottenham
sweet and
Hotspur.
sour chicken, mate, in the Chinese. Oh, You can
Sweet
teach
and
yourself
sour. Sour is not savory, right?
that's splitting hairs, mate.
No, it's not. There's a difference between sweet, sour, and savory, right? Sour is a different one. Sour's tart, so
Well-
if you mix it with sweet.
You sound like me
Yeah, I agree
arguing
with
now.
Huh?
You sound like me arguing now.
No,
No,
do you
but
know
I'm
what?
telling
He is right though.
robotics now.
Like,
Coming
what-
I
out.
said you sound like me
Like-
arguing now.
Like steak. Would you put a pineapple sauce on a steak?
A gammon steak, aye.
That's different. That's
I know.
Right,
He doesn't know what
yeah.
that is. That's why I was saying.
Mhm.
A steak. I'm talking regular steak. Like, would you put pineapple sauce on mashed potatoes?
No, because it doesn't go, man.
Exactly. That's my point. It doesn't
But
go.
it goes in.
It
there's
doesn't
already-
go on
it
pizza.
doesn't go on pizza. It does go on
Tomato
pizza.
is a fruit, mate. So it's fruit on some cheese with some fruit.
No.
You know what? There's some dishes, right, where you have phyllo pastry and you can put like a custardy cream in it. So it's like almost a sweet dessert. But then if you keep the same phyllo pastry but put
Yeah.
cheese in it, you're now getting a sweety savory dish. It can work, Will.
Sweet and savory aren't
to be
shouldn't be
fair,
mixed.
Greeks have some sweet and savory phyllo pastry kind of
But
recipes.
when you cook the pineapple, mate, like all the sourness gets baked off, man. So it's just sweet.
It's not the
So-
sour. That's what I'm saying. No sweet.
it's sweet and sour.
savory
Yeah,
don't mix.
I mean,
Right? Would you put vanilla ice cream on your pizza?
That's different
Why is it different?
because it's dessert.
Okay,
That's
so put gummy bears on your pizza.
Yeah, that's as well. That's a sweet.
No, it's the same thing as pineapple. When you put pineapple on your pizza, you're basically putting gummy bears on top of your pizza.
It's not.
And if you
because
wouldn't
it's
eat
not.
gummy bears on top of your pizza, why
It's
would you
not
eat
because-
pineapples?
because it goes with the ingredients.
It doesn't go with the
why,
ingredients.
why is this a thing, by the way? No one gave a shit for so many years, and then, I don't know, 2 years ago it became a meme, and everyone is like divides.
No, it's been
friendships.
Hawaiian pizza has been around for a long, long time.
That's what I
Funny
mean, but
thing is,
no
they
one-
don't even eat it
no
in
one-
Hawaii.
No one gave a shit. That's what I'm trying to say. No one gave a shit, mate. And then all of a sudden it's a hot
Do
take.
you know the guy that invented it died a couple of years ago? He invented the wine because it came up in my newsfeed because I follow this. I know it's stupid, right? I follow this news feed it's called the Greek Reporter,
Right.
and apparently it was an American Greek dude that invented the Hawaiian pizza. Maybe that's why we
I don't
like
even
it.
think did any of us even mention George Graham Poch? Aaron,
No.
I think you're
ban
really
George
drunk. Mate. Nobody's comparing George Graham to Pochettino.
Pizza, George Graham, pineapple. Yeah, that sounds about right.
But I mean, think about it. Would you put pineapple in your curry?
Yeah,
Yeah, that could probably
Yeah.
work. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, probably work. Yeah.
No.
they put
Yeah,
sultanas in
yeah.
it. They put raisins in it
Why
sometimes.
would you put pineapple in your?
Yeah, they put sultanas in it. And true, they do.
Yeah.
That's how curries are
Put
made. A
sultanas
lot of them are made of sultanas in it.
Have you ever had a pashwiri naan?
I love pashwari naan.
Oh, it's
I know.
amazing.
That's
Yeah,
coconut
that's just-
meat in a naan
that's sweet bread.
and it goes into. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I mean. It's
That's sweet bread
into
and
the curry.
coconut and
Raisin
raisins.
sultanas.
Yeah, raisins sultanas.
Would you put would you put a round slice of pineapple on your cheeseburger?
I'm trying to think if
No.
that would work.
If you've never had a gammon steak with some pineapple on top of it, mate, then you don't know what you're talking about. Which
Yeah,
is
like
just,
even
which,
those
is just
old
a,
school-
which is just another version of ham and pineapple.
No,
I
just
mean-
and they shouldn't even call it a Hawaiian because first of all, they don't do that. But what they should do is they should call it like who's the people that does the baked ham with pineapple on top? Is that
Mate, it's the
England?
combination of ham and pineapple. Seems
Yeah,
to work.
it's really works. It just works.
You should just call it the English
Because you get
pizza
that.
then,
No, but you
'cause-
get that, mate, because you get like steaks of ham and the people put pineapples on top of it.
No, man, it's gross.
It
It's like
works.
a pineapple
Works.
ring, mate.
No,
you know?
it's gross.
Maybe
It's not, it's
maybe
tasty.
sweet and
Howling.
savory doesn't. Maybe sweet and savory
Jesus,
doesn't work.
more and more robotic style.
Pineapple ham pizza does fucking work.
Kick him out, mate, and then
I don't know. It's-
he was mocking himself and it made it even worse.
Listen,
Oh, Jason. I love Jason.
First of
listen,
all,
Will. If the Hawaiian pizza,
Hawaiian
Hawaiian
pizza
right
is
didn't
the
work.
shit.
You know what?
Exactly, Jason.
It
knows.
is shit.
Jason knows.
Secondly, gently, like
It's not
fucking-
the shit. It is shit.
No, it's not shit.
Well,
it's
Will,
amazing.
everyone's allowed their opinion, and you're
No, not
allowed
on
to be
pineapple
wrong.
pizza. They're not allowed to be
Yeah,
opinion.
yes,
You're
we are.
allowed to be wrong, and I forgive you. I still
But
love
You
you
can,
either
you can
way.
say Harry Winks is a good footballer, but don't ever say that pineapple and pizza fits together. That's not how it works.
So you should just
No,
drink
that I
more beer.
agree with.
How dare you make that accusation? Oh, wait,
But
how dare you do that?
gammon and pineapple just reminds me of like the fucking 70s, like when my
Yeah,
mum
your-
used to
your
dish me
gran-
up when
your-
I was growing up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because when I was a little kid, my mom put, and mom, if you're watching, sorry, but she took this trout
Right?
with this pineapple sauce on it,
That's
Oh.
why he doesn't like it.
and it was disgusting. I
It's
mean,
all
it was.
coming out now.
Look, we had it, and like the way it always works is mom would always put the food out on the table, right? And it was always
And you had to eat it.
it was us as kids, and then dad, and then mom. So she was always the last one to eat it, right?
Right.
So us kids get the plates first. We start eating, and we're like immediately like, My father, who I'd never seen him not finish a complete plate of anything in his life that my mother cooked, takes a bite, and even he was like, "Whoa!" And then my mom takes a bite, and then she's like, "Let's just order pizza," right? I mean, like it was that bad.
So
right?
that's
get
probably
Hawaiian?
why.
Did you order Hawaiian?
And so I would never any pineapple sauce on anything.
See, that's because Will. So now what you
I
just
have
said.
pineapple.
sauce.
No. Hold on.
pieces.
Cooked pineapple. No, any cooked pineapple, I'm
hold on.
done.
That's because he doesn't like pineapple. Full
No,
stop.
I like pineapple.
No.
He just
don't
has
like
he just
fresh
has
pineapple
he has
or canned
PTSD
pineapple.
from the
Yeah,
pineapple.
he does. He does.
You
Yes,
don't
he
want
does.
it on anything remotely savoury.
No.
James, do you know how you're talking about like, you know, a granny's dish? Do you know what I was thinking of another granny's dish? Frey bent tossed pies, mate. Do you remember them?
I
What?
definitely do remember I remember trying to
Frey
find a
Bentos
piece
pies?
of meat in one of those pies. Yeah.
Oh.
It's like, there's meat in there somewhere. You're gonna find a piece.
Ventos.
Frey
Yeah,
bentos, they're like tin pies.
Guaranteed no gristle or something.
Steak.
It was their catchphrase, wasn't it?
Steak and kidney pie. Ugh.
Yep.
I love
I hate
steak and
kidney.
kidney pie.
No, but
I
French
love
bent,
steak and
French
pie.
bent toast ones, mate. Oh.
And Aaron,
Oh,
I
yeah.
actually saved a thing, a
Brains
packet of blue
faggots.
cheese.
That's quite good. Blue
Are
cheese.
they still a thing? Brains
Pork
faggots.
Bro, pork faggots.
Just be careful with that.
I know
word.
that word. Yeah, we're talking about.
No, dude, I'm 100% talking about food. It's
Yeah,
like
but YouTube's algorithm doesn't care.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's legitimately what we used
Fuck
to call
YouTube.
meatballs back home. Like, I'm not wrong, am I, guys? They were,
No,
they
that's
were
actually what it's
meatballs.
called. Yeah, that's what it's called.
Will,
Yeah, no,
If
I
the-
know.
Okay.
if the
I'll-
Hawaiian
I'll not
pizza,
look
It's an
right,
English thing.
if the Hawaiian pizza wasn't
Uh-huh.
like people didn't want it or it wasn't, people didn't eat it, why is it every country you go to where there's pizzerias, they all offer the Hawaiian, except for
People
Italy?
like it.
You can't get it
Exactly.
in Korea.
Oh, but come on, Korea, do they even? I mean, that's not really the place.
But
to
they
go
do
for
weird things.
You may say they even have pizza.
Oh yeah, they have pizza everywhere. They got more pizza places than we do.
No, but that's what Stelz are like going to say. Oh, Korea, they even have pizza.
Listen, if you were to go to the Far East, you can order a fucking pizza. No, you're gonna have like some Asian
No,
food.
trust me, you order a pizza. After
That's
a
like
while,
going to India.
everybody wants.
I went to Rome, mate.
That's
and
like
that
going
was
to
probably some of
India
them.
and ordering
yeah.
fish and chips.
Yeah.
Trust me, after a while, if you spend a long time in India, you would eventually be like, man, I need to go find some fish and chips.
No, I
Right.
wouldn't. I'd want
Yeah,
another
you gotta
Seriously,
have
seriously, some of the worst pizza I've had, mate, was in Rome. I was so upset with it.
Well, it's not really like pizza there, right? It's just like cheese on bread, right?
No, but apparently it's Napoli and the other kind of
Naples is the
cities
best.
you go.
Naples
Just
is the
cheese,
best at
bread,
pizza.
and vegetables, right? For the most
Yeah, I
part,
was just shocked.
there's no sauce at
Ginty-
all, right?
Ginty,
Sourdough pizza is the best.
I bet
That's
Ginty
natural
went
style.
straight into like the tourist zone though, where they just shaft you and give you crap
Yeah.
and charge you €10. For
No,
a
I tried
slice of it.
different places, like 3 different places, mate, and they're all crap. Greasy as it.
I love the pizza in Italy, man.
In Rome? Did you go to Rome?
Yeah, I had pizza in Rome.
You must
I've
have
never
went to
had
some
Italian
place.
pizza. I've only had American pizza.
No. There's only one pizza, Will.
I'll be honest.
Fucking
Some of the
American, Italian. It's just pizza.
No, the way the pizza that
there's
you
different
get
types.
is American.
You
Actually,
told me
not-
that Chicago deep dish.
south of France, that was some of the best pizza I had, like al fresco, like outside in the rest, and it was just a basic margarita on like a real thin sort of pizza with fresh mozzarella and basil, and it was just simple and delicious. Do you know what I mean? It was really good.
It's just like
What's
even like pastas. Like when you go to a pasta place here in the United States, a lot of it's like Americanized. It comes from
very true.
Italian immigrants, right? And so they've switched things up to fit. Like pizza having sauce on it isn't something that it normally had. You know what I mean? So originally, look up the history of pizza. It's very similar. You know what I mean?
I like the food, the style from the original country, no matter where it is in the world. So, like in America, I think you make the best burgers in the world. I've the best burgers I've had are in America, hands down.
Yeah. And then
they just nail it, man.
barbecue, like American barbecue.
Even you said that
pretty
still,
good.
didn't you? American barbecues are the best. That's what I want to try.
Smoked barbecue in the South is just unreal, man. Oh.
Yeah, smoked American. You'd have to let's clarify it. Smoked American barbecue is probably
we always got to put the word American in everything, just to
because
make
Korean
sure.
barbecue I think is better, but it's not smoked, right? And a lot of the time it's not even seasoned. It's just straight up
I want to try
raw
some,
meat on a
New
grill.
Orleans,
But the way
Louisiana stuff.
because it's cooked into small little cut into little bite-sized pieces, it's basically like in the pan is so hot, literally just like straight in the mouth, right? Like I mean it's
Oh.
you cook it for as long as you want, you know what I mean? So and they do pork that way, they do chicken that way, they do beef that way. And then some are seasoned, some are not. Yeah, so I mean it's like Korean barbecue wise, I think that's probably the best. But then if you're talking about smoked barbecue from like smokers, stuff like that,
brisket,
the US
short ribs.
To be
Guys,
fair,
it's covered in sauce and
I love all barbecues. A Caribbean barbecue, a jerk barbecue is unbelievable. When you get a good jerk barbecue, it's one of the best foods. Also, a Greek barbecue can never go wrong. With
Greek
Greek
barbecues
barbecues are unbelievable. When you got a proper souvlaki on the spit,
with
big
spit roast
chunky meat,
everything. Just
Yeah,
Dude.
when you cook it for like you spit roast it for like 3 hours or something like that, you've got chicken pieces and lamb pieces and pork pieces, and then you have a Greek salad, bit of bread, tarma, halloumi.
I miss. There's
best.
one things I miss
Best.
living in the armpit of Canada. Like and I know
Armpit. You're kind of more in the butthole of it, aren't you? The little asshole of Canada. aren't
either
you?
way, it's smelly
Armpit
and
kinda
damp.
in the middle,
Either way,
you know what I mean?
it's smelly and fucking damp, man.
You guys are at the very
it's
end
like-
down
it's like
there,
a
under
thing.
the tail.
It's more. It more looks like the appendix, mate.
But
Sticks out.
I miss because like where I used to
Tip of
live,
the
we had a fantastic like kebab shop, but they didn't just do kebabs; they did a lot of other things on the grill there. You know, a lot of like Greek food and that, and I miss that.
But Aaron, I'm telling you right now, mate, if you haven't had a bacon wrapped American filet mignon, you haven't eaten.
American food is amazing.
Before we go back
Is
to we
it?
go back to Spurs, though, right? Wobbles, are you excited about next weekend?
What's next weekend?
Conor McGregor.
Oh fuck! I forgot about that. That's how
I
much
thought you would. I thought you do some MMA, John.
I do. That's how much his star has fallen. You know.
Did
I
you see the
think-
trilogy?
I think Dustin gets it done.
Yeah,
Who's
he just
that?
like kicks him again.
No, I personally think that he takes him down and Connor just doesn't get back up. Like his takedown defense is good, but Dustin has evolved to where Connor's stayed stagnant for a while, right? So I
Some
just
good
I don't
fights on that card, man.
I just don't see improvement in his game. But then again, he could revert back to his old shit talking, Vince McMahon style persona and get in Dustin's head again and knock him out like he did in the first fight. But
Sure.
So
I'm just
Will,
I'm disappointed in the UFC for having someone like Greg Hardy in the main card, but
Yeah.
that's another story.
I mean, let's not talk about the UFC. mate. They had Greg Hardy and Rachel Aldolsevich on the same card, mate.
Yeah, and then
Right
and then
after
put
each
her
other.
on a spot, being like, "Oh, how do you feel being on a card with a
Yeah.
person like Greg Hardy after what happened to you?"
Yeah.
Danny?
that's terrible.
They haven't released dates yet. It's usually when they first release the because I know for example me and Stel, I think we're both changing seats and we haven't even got our access cards yet for the stadium.
I've
So
got the
it's
same seat.
You got the same seat?
I decided to
fair
keep
enough.
it because it was just I'm happy there. Well, I'm not
Fair
happy there because I hate Tottenham, but I'm happy where my seat is.
But I mean, yeah. From what I
You don't hate Tottenham, you hate the owners.
I fucking hate
Yeah.
the lot. Jason, I'm done.
Why would you need to buy extra seats?
For family?
Are they trying to buy an extra season ticket, or are they trying to buy just tickets for like the
Instead-
game?
Match day ticket.
You can't.
You
Season
can't.
ticket doesn't mean you get extra match day ticket.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't. You can't.
So,
you have
Will,
to be a
can you-
member. You have to be a
It says,
member.
does anyone know when season ticket holders get access to buy another match day ticket?
You
So
don't.
season ticket
don't.
holders cannot buy additional tickets. You can only buy additional tickets for people who have got a season ticket or within the Spurs network, which basically means someone who's a
Membership.
Spurs member. Yeah, you
Yeah.
have to be a member, and if you're a member, you can buy an additional ticket when they go on release to the members.
Right.
Will,
It's tiered. It's tiered.
can you put that comment up by Kuva99, please? No, higher up.
The big paragraph one?
Yeah. That's fucking brilliant.
Curry flavor pot noodle omelet with sherry and cranberry sauce.
Oh my god, that is disgusting.
He said that
That's
it's,
madness.
the real test is what you can manage to cook when you're drunk at 4 a.m. and that's what
Oh,
he
I
cooked.
can cook anything.
Curry
Oh,
flavor.
that's gross.
You know what?
It's the sherry and cranberry sauce to it, mate, that ruins it.
The
Like,
real
that might
crime
work.
of
It might
the
have
real-
worked.
the real crime for food for me is like where I live. There's lobster everywhere. Like I literally know like captains a lot. I could eat fucking lobster till it comes out my ass, but like I can't stand lobster.
You live
And
in
it's
the
like
East Coast?
so cheap and everywhere here in fucking.
Where
like,
do you live, may I ask?
Yarmouth, Nova Scotia.
Yeah, I'm from Nova Scotia too, but I live in Toronto.
Yeah, well, I'm in Yarmouth, and there's like lobster fucking everywhere here. You know what I mean? I can't
Jason's-
stand the shit.
Jason's like a vegan that's moved onto a farm.
Right? I mean, the good thing is there's plenty of deer meat here, so I get venison all the time, which is like not a terrible thing. Like,
Venison's a pain in the arse to like cook though, man. Because like
It's
if you overcook it, it's fucked. You like throw it away.
right, but I've had enough practice now. It's like it's
Nah.
good, and like venison jerky is the shit.
And deer sausage is the best sausage I've ever had in my entire
It
life.
is good.
You want to talk
It
like
is
a
good.
yeah, it doesn't. I mean, you
That's
can.
'cause you haven't
It's the
had-
only sausage that I could sit there and just eat and not
But it
feel sick to my
matters.
stomach after a while. Like a good, even a summer sausage
I don't beat
or
venison sausage.
A summer sausage? What the fuck's a summer sausage?
you don't know what summer
venison
sausage is?
What's a summer sausage?
No.
You guys don't have
Danny-
just like raw
Danny,
sausage
we've got
on
to send,
crackers?
Raw
Listen,
sausage
Wilson,
on
Boston Mark.
crackers?
Yeah,
What?
the Boston Wise is amazing.
And you're talking about having pineapple?
Are you
pizza, man?
serious? You've never had
You're
summer
talking about
sausage before?
Boston
No,
Wise is one of
mate.
my favorite still. When
You ever had
put it on a good
pepperoni?
barbecue.
That's
Have
not
you ever
raw
had
sausage.
pepperoni? Yeah, it is.
That's not raw sausage. Is it?
It's smoked. It's cured. It's a
It's
cured,
cured.
sausage. Yeah, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's raw. It's not cooked. It's
Yeah.
cured. And so summer sausage is like pepperoni or salami or any of those types of sausage. And then they make a deer cured sausage as well. And it's amazing.
We had this exact same conversation a week ago.
I know. It's like every time I come on late night THFCRants, it ends up being, the freaking Food Network.
It's because this man keeps eating.
I'm not going to bring any more. No more food on the show. No more food on the show.
But I do have a question for you guys on football. What are your thoughts on Ledley King being pushed to the side?
I'm glad.
Yeah, me too.
I'm glad to.
I don't think it really matters. Like,
Oh,
did he really do anything? Like,
Exactly.
That's the point. That's the point.
Yeah.
That's the point. He didn't really do anything, and yeah,
I
I
don't
think
have any food
he's better sticking to his ambassador roles while he learns to become a coach if he's going to do that still. But yeah, not for me.
I'm not upset by it.
No, it didn't. I mean, he didn't really improve that defense, did he?
Hell no. Which is like I wanted that dream to be a reality. I wanted them all to turn into Ledleys and be fucking good. But like, it just didn't occur.
But then, what disappointed me more than anything is when he said Eric Dyer's a leader and he should be. He's surprised
No,
he goes
it's
to
like,
England.
dude,
For me, that just said to me, you're not a coach. If you think Eric Dyer should have been in the England squad and he's good enough, then you shouldn't be a coach. For me,
do you know what that said to me? That said to me, he's drinking the Levy Kool-Aid.
yeah,
Oh.
all that, yeah.
Hard drinking that Levy Kool-Aid.
I agree.
Okay,
Jay.
so
Yeah,
I just wanted to clear
he's
this up
got
for
the
people
Enoch
because I didn't
Padlock-
interrupt.
Enoch
I
Padlock
got to interrupt.
box.
I got to interrupt because this is apparently an American term, and I didn't realize that. I thought it was just common worldwide. So summer sausage is kind of like a categorical term for any sausage that doesn't need to be refrigerated.
Okay.
So it's a cured sausage. So salami, pepperoni, anything that you don't have to,
Okay, yeah.
that you don't have to keep in the refrigerator because it's but it's not cooked, right? It's fermented, it's cured, right?
Yeah.
Not cooked.
It's like a salami.
Yeah.
Like salami.
Yeah.
Salami is a kind of, I thought, but they are, so in the store you can go get salami. It says salami on it. And then there are kinds that are summer sausage.
So they're like fake salami, so they call themselves summer sausage.
No, it's like
meat and that stuff, man.
it's like an American mix. It's more like they say it's a hickory smoked. It includes like salatone, chorizo, langaza,
Just get on that
castro.
blood pudding. Put some hairs on your chest.
Black pudding.
He asked one
Got a bit of
question.
it.
One
tangy
question
taste.
about Ledley King, right? We answered Ledley King question for 1 minute.
Sorry.
Right, back to sausages.
Yeah.
Well, no, I was looking in the comment.
It was
I
him
was
that started.
Yeah, and no, it's because I was in the comments and people were like freaking out about summer sausage. Like, what is summer sausage? Is that what you eat in the summer? And then so I was like, no, I
Well,
had
that's
to figure it out.
what it
Why is it
sounds.
called summer
like,
sausage?
Oh my god.
Because I guess before
Why is it called summer sausage?
He just
It
said
needs to
it.
be in the fridge.
yeah, so
It's the dry cured meat. It doesn't
Yeah.
need to be refrigerated. It's
You
already
just said that, mate.
good.
but I think it's
He's
because like
still-
back in the day, back in the day before we had refrigerators, you got to remember that most of the United States is like super hot, right? In the summertime. It's not like up north in Canada or over in UK where, you know, you guys are talking like 20 degrees is like a sauna or something like that. And I'm just laughing at you. Because we're talking like a lot of the South gets up to 40 degrees. So before they had refrigerators, they made different types of sausage for the winter, I'm guessing, and the summer. Because different types of meats can be refrigerated in the wintertime. But in the summer, if you don't have a refrigerator, how are you supposed to keep meat? You make what? Summer sausages for the summer. I'm guessing that's how the term. I'm just guessing.
Oh, Edem, what a comment.
What did he put in?
Don't read it out loud.
DM? Who?
In
Ed
Ireland,
M.
In Ireland, when weather is good for all 2 weeks,
Don't read
all
it out
girls are
loud.
looking all so fine in their summer skirts. We call it summer sausage. There you
Fair
go.
enough, guy.
Fair enough.
yeah, stick that in your YouTube algorithm.
There you go. And Aussie Tot says a summer sausage is an American salami. Yep, and then they make a deer one too.
Do you think we'll
wanna
get
try
this Japanese defender? I don't know how you say his name.
Oh,
Tomiyasu.
fuck, mate.
Takehiro
I'll be honest,
Tomiyasu.
the links seem to be strong, but what worries me is that whole they just want another 2 million that we want to pay, and I'm like, we're probably not going to get him then because
Jason.
that obviously is a bridge too far.
Jason, what worries me is who the fuck is he? I've never heard of him.
I think we'll get him.
Google
think
his name along with all touches
I think
and
we'll
watch
get
some of the
him.
matches where you can see all touches. He looks
Is
pretty
he any
sharp.
good?
He does
Looks
look solid. He looks solid. He looks like, from what I've seen.
Dyer looks
Yeah.
solid.
No. Don't even bring those two into the same sentence. Dyer and solid. It's just no. This
Thanks,
guy.
he's solid.
Oh, way
Is he
better than
straight?
Dyer.
No. This guy. No. His concentration is up there. Like his reading of the game is very good. And and what I like about him more than anything is the fact that he can pass the ball, right? But he's very good on both feet, left or right foot. Doesn't make a difference to him.
Can he
This is
tackle?
why- yeah, he can tackle. He can.
Can he
tackle.
defend set pieces?
Yes, he's tall.
That's
He's
what I
actually
care
quite
about.
tall, isn't he?
That's all
Tall,
we
he's
need.
big.
He's big.
Still's like, I'm in, buy him.
He's
But
big.
not only that, I think in his
pieces.
highlight reels, I think I saw in one season's highlight reel, I think I saw him do running back
Yes.
and slide tackling
Yeah.
probably like 7 or 8 times without fouling.
Yeah.
How old is he?
22.
Italian league's not quick though, is it? It's not a quick league.
No.
No, I wouldn't say he's blazing fast, but he's faster than everybody probably but Sanchez on our squad.
Yeah. He's quick. He's quick.
Oh, fucking hell. Do you know what? If we start next season with Darren Sanchez, do you know what? I might just chuck myself off the fucking stadium roof.
Still, honestly,
that
I'll be-
cannot be a thing. Like that cannot be allowed to happen.
yeah, it can't be.
Please.
I don't
Please,
care
please.
who else you keep. That cannot be allowed to
No.
happen.
Yeah, Jason's right. Honestly, right. From what I've seen of him, he looks. I think personally, what they're going to do is they're going to play him at left centre back and allow Reguilon to bomb forward, and he'll kind of stay back. And I think they'll bring in Anderson, right? I think.
I'm not
they'll
upset
still-
by Anderson though. I think he's a.
No,
he'll be a
I think
good
I
signing.
think he'd be very good because I think
Uh-huh.
I said it on Bobby's stream before. I think they're going to sell Toby, and I think they've been looking at Anderson as the replacement for Toby for a while.
We're going to have this
I think
Japanese lad, Anderson, and
Anderson,
Rodon.
and it'll probably be Rodon right centre
That's
back.
There's 3 kids. There's no experience in that back line at all.
Anderson's 25-year-old.
Okay.
He's not really a kid.
He's not like young, and like okay. See, personally speaking, I'm not expecting miracles from this first season. I'm really not. As long as I see some improvement on the pitch, like I'm like, okay, I'll give him that second season.
Can I
I
just say one thing? Can I just say one thing? What I've noticed about all those defenders that I've just
If I
mentioned.
see a pattern of
Rodon-
play, I'll be impressed.
Yeah, but do you know what, Jason? Right,
Just a tackle.
Rodon,
the tackle.
Tamiyasu, and Anderson, the three things I've seen about them that all are similar is they love to defend.
Right.
That's what I've noticed about all three of them. And if they're going to want a solid back line, then you're going to need players who actually want to defend.
Apparently,
See-
though, we're going in. Tottenham are interested in Vestergaard. You know, Yannick Vestergaard from
Oh
Southampton.
no!
Yeah,
Please,
no.
not fucking. Just keep Dyer. Fuck it.
Or
Okay,
someone else,
yeah,
DM just
right.
mentioned it in the comment. It could be Milenkovic because he'll be cheaper because he's only got 1 year left in his contract.
Hey, just buy Tyrone Mings. He's a good player.
Well, yeah,
but
we're
he's
going to spend.
English.
There's
Yeah,
not
we're gonna
been
spend
one
40
link.
50 million for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Exactly.
Not one link from Eric Dyer or Davison Sanchez all transfer
It's
door.
because who the hell wants to buy those two donkeys at the price that he's going to want to charge
Yeah,
for 'em?
exactly. And do you know what?
Why would they
Jason?
want to leave Tottenham? They're only going to go back. They're only going to go to a lower club.
No. Do you know what?
I think Sanchez could go somewhere.
Sanchez can go
Really?
to like a Fiorentina or a Sevilla, right? Sevilla have been interested in him in the past. If it was me, I'd try and leverage him to try and trade him for a player that we would try and get. That's what
I would go Sanchez plus because I'd
Money.
take any of the three center backs at Sevilla right now.
Yeah, so would I.
Yeah. But I don't
Sanchez
think we're gonna
plus
get-
money for one of them. That's what I'd do.
I don't think we're going to get one. That's a problem.
No, I don't think so either. But if they're going to pull off, if they are going to pull it off, which we know they're not, that's how they're going to have to do it because they're not going to pay 50 million for Kuende or 40 million, whatever he's worth, 38 million, 40 million.
But according to Transfer Market, Sanchez is still worth like 30 million. So I mean, if you do him plus 20, why not?
I mean,
Yeah,
If you
it
really
could
want to go in
happen.
for Kunde,
Could happen. That's what I'm saying. This is why I say if they're gonna buy him, the only way they can get him is by a trade selling.
how about
swapping him with
Dyer
with
and
Sanchez.
Sanchez for Kunde straight swap? Two people.
Oh,
for
I'd
one?
love that.
listen,
Big
you
player.
can give them Aurier for free as well as a sweetener.
Yeah, I'd do that as well.
Get the deal over the line.
Or just get all three of them for him, straight swap. Yeah, you said still.
What about the other one though? Connor Cody. I don't.
You know
want
what? We
him
should
to
just
come
chuck
in.
in Sissoko as well, just for the fun of it.
I don't want Connor Cody. I don't want
don't
Connor
want him
Cody.
No, I don't want him either. He's not good enough.
No, he's not. I still think we should go for William Saliba. He's so good.
Yeah, but
Arsenal
we're not
want
gonna
him
get-
Arsenal's
him.
never going to sell him.
yeah, not to us.
Yeah, but they're buying Ben White. They've still got what's his name?
You gotta get rid of the rest of the crap on their back line,
who's
though.
the black dude they've got a centre back? Gabriel. Yeah. And they've got they bought that guy from Southampton for 5 million who plays centre back as well. They're not going to play Saliba. Saliba's not going to play for Arsenal. We should go for him, I think.
Maybe he'll turn into a new
Is that true?
Phil Campbell.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I did
saw
see
that.
that. I
Yeah,
saw
I saw
that.
that.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
an ugly. It's like a pure ugly
Orange
orange.
kit. A training kit. It's an orange training kit.
Oh, it's gross. Yeah.
Is he allowed to do that?
Yeah.
I don't think he's allowed to do that.
Is it no? Was it no Eric Bailly? Probably gave it to him.
Yeah, probably.
I don't think you're allowed to do that, though. I think it's in your contract, isn't it?
No.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Maybe. Well, I mean, that's quite.
I'd be
That's quite
surprised.
authoritarian. That's quite authoritarian, mate. But Daniel Levy is quite an authoritative bastard, so maybe it is in the contract.
When I do sponsorship contracts, they bind people from using other people's products that directly
True,
compete with us.
true. But then again, maybe there's something there that they've already talked and he's already come out saying he's going to leave. So there must be some sort of deal there already, like kind of to try and get him out because he knows he's
Do you know-
gone. So he didn't give a fuck anymore, does he?
Do you know what I'm looking forward to? Hopefully, maybe reviving his career is Matt Doherty.
Yeah, same here.
Because I actually like the no, mate. Do you know what? I want to give him another chance because let's be honest, man. He was the only player that came out and said we got Jose Mourinho sacked. The only one actually had the balls to come out and do an interview.
Yeah,
and say,
true.
You know,
He admitted
And
that what I liked about it was that he admitted he wasn't good enough and he knew he wasn't good enough. And I've said this before, right? Look, as much as his ability wasn't good last season, we know that, right? There's no denying that. But the thing is, he was a man that had no confidence. He'd just come into a new club and he had a manager like Jose who just doesn't coach players, and also the way he treated the players at the club and him to an extent. So I think he needs someone who's going to coach him well. Also, the thing is,
A new position as
fitness.
well.
The new
but
position
You
and the
literally
fitness.
bought a right wing back to play.
Well, this
right
is the problem.
back.
This is the
It was
problem.
just
This
not
is
his position.
This is why, Jason, that they brought in Paratici and they brought in
Yeah,
Nuno.
but
because
the
they
only
wanted
reason
to start to
Doherty,
play a certain way.
the only reason
certain
Doherty was good was because he had Traore in front of him, and Traore would cut in, opening up the space for Doherty to then overlap and run into, and that's where a lot of the
So I
play
want to
came
buy
from.
Leon Bailey.
Why
Without-
do you think? Yeah,
without-
why do you think
without that
they,
right-sided
they're
player-
going to move?
Doherty isn't going to work.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's what they're trying to do, aren't they? Because that's what they're going to move to a back three. Is what they want as their kind of standardized formation.
But you need the right player for Doherty to be able to play.
Why did Eric Lamilla ever stop playing right wing?
He's
I don't
shit.
know.
Shit, yeah.
Well, I mean,
Can't
shit
run.
anyway, but at least then, because he always drifts left. When he plays center mid, he ends up behind Sonny for some reason every single time.
He just ends up anyway he wants to, innit?
Yeah, but you know what, guys? This season, when Doherty has played and he's got into positions to cross the ball, he's been terrible. Like, his
Because he
crossing this year has been
Castell,
terrible.
right, there's two things. This is what I was saying. Number one, the squad's fitness was so shit last
What's it
season.
got to do with crossing the ball?
Because when you're fit, your body doesn't work as quick as your brain works. Right? When you're fitter, you can do things a lot quicker. You can do things more precisely.
Can I just say that,
You should do that still. It's like
in terms on our right side,
strike a
though,
ball.
like, I don't think any of our right backs could cross that well.
True.
Like, Aurier's crosses weren't great 90% of the time. Like the only dude we had that could actually cross was our left back.
Yeah, regular one, yeah.
Trippier
He
used
can
to be able to cross the
He
ball.
can put
Yeah.
a ball in.
Yeah.
Like,
Even though at the end of the second season, his crossing stuff had been shite.
Oh, the whole
he
team.
got
The whole
shite. Let's
team.
get it right. Like
Yeah, the whole
he
team.
and everyone else got shite.
But
But,
look,
I mean, he still had some good crosses in, though.
He
Yeah.
did, but
From his
also,
right foot, which is weird.
Look,
you know.
For me,
But he can whip a
Doherty,
ball in.
I think he also didn't have confidence. He's a confidence player. He needs confidence from someone, and Jose wasn't giving him confidence. So if you bring in Nuno, if he can't get a tune out of Doherty this season, then obviously he's got to go, because let's face it, he ain't going this season. That's not going to happen. They've got too much more priorities to rely on.
honestly, I'd
You'd never
rather
get
get
the
rid
money
of,
back from. You never get the money back, you know.
Yeah, you'll never
I'd-
get the money back. Yeah,
I'd rather get rid of I'd rather get rid of the other one and keep him as a backup.
yeah, no, I would as well. Now you got Nuno there. I would as well.
The other one. I love that. Just get rid of the other one.
Well, that's all he is. He's the other one.
Can I say something? If we sell Doherty, that is the ultimate fucking embarrassment, because that means Nuno would have got rid of him twice in 1 year.
Like if Nuno comes in and is like, I
Wow.
want him gone, you know he's a shitter. There's just no there's like you're
Played
done
him for
out
8
here.
years, though. That's the crazy thing. Oh, no, sorry, no, all the tenure. He was played there for 8 years, though.
Mm. Oh, man.
Ed M made a good comment. When we bought Doherty, I thought he'd be getting into the box and providing a goal threat. Never happened because we never had the ball long enough.
Well, we didn't, and also he was. I swear, though, like in that instance, he wasn't playing that role, and even if he was, they were being told to defend so heavy it was.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
after that defeat to that Newcastle game, like it felt like a defeat, but after that Newcastle game, we got so defensive,
Mhm.
like so defensive.
But here's also the thing, mate. He used to get a lot of his goals because they would do a cross and he would be at the back post. He is 6'1",
correct.
you know?
Oh yeah.
That's quite big for a right wing back.
Mm-hmm.
So why aren't we
I-
signing
I never
players
have-
yet? Like, okay, Paratici, he started, right? Nuno's here.
Yeah.
Are you guys off for like 4th of July
problem
weekend or
is-
something like that, or what? I mean, what's
You know
going
what,
on?
Will, the problem is with Tottenham, right? And it's what Daniel Levy's done because of how stupid this man is. It's like what Brian Davis says, right? So we've gone from a defensive manager to attacking manager to a defensive manager to attacking manager. So Poch was attacking manager and then to a defensive manager again. And they want players to fit their system and style. So when you're trying to chop and change a squad so much to fit what you want to do, regardless of the wrong players anyway coming in.
We don't have that problem this time, though, right?
No, I know, but this is what I'm saying. Now they've got what they're trying to do now is that's why they brought in Paratici, because Paratici is going to build a squad with
For a
Nuno
style
based
of play.
on the style of play he wants to play. So if Nuno's gone, they've still got the players to play the system the new manager's going to play.
Right,
That's
and
why
the
I
new
did it.
That wasn't my
coach you
question.
get-
My question is, why haven't we signed anyone already? Why
Because
is
we just
nobody
bought
coming
the
to
manager.
Tottenham?
Because we just got a
Welcome to
fucking
Spurs.
He's
manager.
here. They've
Listen,
had meetings.
No, Will, you don't understand. Last season was an anomaly.
Yeah, it was.
Like when we signed all those players early on, that was an anomaly for.
And it was shit as well.
No,
There
I
was
know
shit
that's an
players.
anomaly, but I'm saying I thought we were wanting to change, the bad habits here and get people in time for preseason, which starts
Send you that gif. Here, look at that
Tuesday.
gif, mate.
Oh, whoa. Did Lo Celso break his leg after that, by the way? So is he out for the whole season now?
Who knows, man? Probably.
Jesus Christ.
Mr. Ryan Mason sent back to the academy where he belongs. Thank God for that.
That's what he was
Ow.
talking about, mate. That was the preseason, He's prepared for.
That's why I was reading that book on the illustrated book of soccer rules.
Oh, they took chunks out of him, didn't they?
Yeah. Can you put it on the stream? Because it's just a gif. So it wouldn't probably.
Oh, what's that?
I put it in the private
Tackle.
chat. There's a GIF version of it below. So
Listen, guys, I'm going to go. I'm falling asleep here. It's 4 a.m.
Yeah, you are. You're yawning.
I'm bad. I don't even know why I'm on the stream.
I'm going to go to bed as well.
It's like an addiction.
It is, man.
You have a midnight strike. You need to turn off the
I'll have to end it before the Verizon logo.
Man.
I don't know if I can put that on because it's from an American TV company, so I'll probably get
Alright, I'll just leave it.
skabonked. But for people that
risk it for
what we
the
can do
biscuit.
is I can throw the link in the chat for people if they want to click on it and look.
Guys, everyone in the comments, have a great night. Wobbles, Jason, Danny, Ginty, Will. Peace out, man.
Good night, Stel.
Good night, Stelios.
I'll have you in the background as I'm sleeping, just like there's some noise. So
So I bet you
That'll
can do
work.
it, Bob.
keep talking.
Gonna pull Bob.
Bit of white noise.
There for people that want to see
Will.
the.
Will, do you know what you should do? You should just repeatedly play that Brian Daigle thing about Levy. So still
You are watching and or listening.
Yes, guys, you know what time it is. It's your boy
David.
David. Yes, guys, you know what time it is. It's your boy David at the Irish
We
Hotspur,
are streaming
Ireland's
live
number one
from
Spurs fan.
YouTube. We are also on all of your favorite podcasting
Can't shut it
platforms, Spotify, Apple iTunes, and all the others.
I'll
sure
have
stay tuned.
fucking
The video starts
nightmares.
soon.
That's going through my brain as I'm trying to sleep. Wake up in a fucking...
You're a bald-headed.
I can just keep playing them for the rest of the stream.
No, I'll just play this. If I want to troll Stelios, I'll just.
Yes,
keep playing
guys, you
this
know
one.
what time it is. It's your boy David at the Irish Hotspur, Ireland's number one Spurs fan.
Right, I'm out of it. Done. Later. Have a good one.
See you, mate.
Bye-bye.
Right, I'm going as well. I need to sleep. Guys, love you all.
Sleep.
Ginty, Jason, Wobbles, Will. Peace out, Will. I'm gonna speak to you tomorrow, Will. I'll give you a call tomorrow.
All right, sounds good.
All right.
Good
Speak
night,
to you
man.
later, guys. Night,
Take
everyone.
care.
Later, feller.
But yeah, I don't know, Will. I thought him coming in, we were going to be like more decisive about what we were going to
Yeah.
do. I mean, time will tell, I guess.
Now it's only been 3 days technically, so I guess
I
I'm
know
doing
that's right.
You
Yeah.
did say this is the late night rant channel, yeah? Anything kind of goes. I'm curious to know what the hell your soundboard sounds like if you press them all in one order. Without
all
breaking
at one
stream.
time.
Like just one after the
No,
other.
one after the other, going from left to right.
Okay, so like there some of them are short, so you basically want to hear what all the sounds on my soundboard are. Is basically what you're
Yeah.
saying.
One after the other, yeah.
There's
No. Like just hit it.
all at one time, huh?
Yeah.
Because some of them shut off when I let go because they're set that way. But here, what you can try.
Yes, guys, you know what time it is. It's your boy
watching
David
and
at the
listening to
Irish
the
Hotspur,
All NBA
Ireland's number one
Hotspur
Spurs fan.
We are streaming live from YouTube. We are also on all of your favorite podcasting platforms, Spotify, Apple iTunes, and all the others. Make sure to stay tuned. The video starts soon.
Well, it works. It's a certain charm.
What's that? Tunnel
Yeah,
noise
it's
in the back? The train coming in?
No, that's for my.
Yeah.
Oh.
along with my E.T. Brownhound.
Boon boots. Oh no, he's stuck on the screen now. Get him off! Get him off!
And then this one's for the Ben Davies.
The Ben Davies.
Wrong effect. This one has the echo for the testimonial.
Richly deserved.
Gonna get it now.
Gentle
Yeah, well,
Ben.
they're not selling him, that's for sure.
But any thoughts on the coaching staff named for Mr. Nuno, or did we not even know him?
Staff? And one of them was also didn't used to manage Hearts.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
I honestly don't know any of them.
Yeah, I
enough
don't
to,
either.
like,
I don't
comment,
follow.
but-
They're known as in Scotland. Well, for me anyway, it's some connotations. So in Celtic, the slang term, you know how you have "yid" for Spurs, for Celtic, it's Fenian, which comes from the Troubles and stuff. I won't explain that, so don't be controversial. And then we call Rangers fans Huns. So the Hearts,
Like Attila the Hun?
no, like the Germans. You
Yeah,
know,
Attila the Hun.
no, was that not Romania and Eastern Europe and Hungary and shit? Oh, who knows?
No, I thought Attila the Hun was German.
Oh well, yeah. Anyway, that's that. So we call Hearts, and they're known as the diet versions of that. So I just call Hearts Diet Huns. So I haven't been following Hearts at all.
Okay.
So I don't know how good. So even though I've watched the SPL, I don't know how good this manager is because I only watch him play against Celtic. We usually thrash him.
Do we know who picked them though?
Him. They used
it
to play
him?
for Nuno's.
Okay.
Somebody requested.
Yes. Yes, guys. Yes. Yes. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Yes, guys. I'm telling you.
I can do it better when I'm in a better mood, but said mix it up, get some the beats on there.
Yes. 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 I'm telling you.
Man smell.
I'm telling you.
Man smell.
What has happened to your show, mate?
I don't know. It's summertime. That's what's happened to my show.
Your summer sausage.
My summer sausage. But sorry, what were we doing before I interrupted you? I gotta stop looking at the comments in the middle of the stream is what I gotta do. Although people are getting a lot of LOLs.
It's all entertainment. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, look, at this point, I'm willing to trust his judgment until proven wrong. Do you know what I mean?
He all used to work from, so he must have chosen man.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, that's good. Ryan Mason's fucked off.
Yeah, I'm not unhappy with the changes, if I'm being completely honest. Oh, here's trouble.
Hello.
What's up, guys?
How's it going, brother?
Yes.
I find this beat's too slow is what it is.
Can you do a rap intro since you just came in?
Need to find one a little faster. This one fits better.
Yes, guys.
This kind of gives me a slight ravey vibe.
When's it gonna drop? It's gotta drop.
Right, he's going to drop the banger. He's going to cut it in. Strings of life.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, bro. Yes, guys. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, bro.
Yes, guys.
I'm telling you,
Oh,
I'm
you had
telling
it.
you, I'm telling you, bro.
Yes, guys.
I'm telling you, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
I gotta get faster on the.
I could just see you up on the decks in IB for there, Will. With the crowd.
I got.
Yeah.
I gotta get faster on the. A little bit quicker on the release.
I'm
Because if I hold too long.
Apparently, Mr. DP soon have to ask you to get over here with your man soundboard.
Uh-huh.
I'll need to put my actual mic in, not this shitty low res quality mic. But
Yeah. I did it the other night. I think some people in the I can't remember what WhatsApp group I put it in, but I actually was playing around at night and actually did that.
I'm really tired. I'm not getting the reference. I'm missing something.
No, on WhatsApp at one point in time back in the day, I was playing around at night on my soundboard, and I recorded a little hooty hoo.
A hooty hoo?
Yeah.
Is that the technical term?
That's the technical term.
Right. No, what Jimmy calls it. That's what I used to call it back in the day.
But anyway, Kieran, how you doing, man? How's the new channel going along?
Oh, not bad. Yeah. You know, the channel's called Spurs Sick for anybody watching who wants to come check it out. I just released a video the other day, like an hour before Nuno was officially announced. But pretty much everything I said in the video is still relevant to how I feel about him. But yeah, we're going to have some more stuff coming up soon. Probably talk some transfers. Like to start live streaming as well, not just do pre-recorded videos, but I do plan to continue doing pre-recorded videos as well. So
apologies,
I watched the first one
as well. I called you Kyle when you came in for some reason. I thought your name was
Kyle.
I mean, at least it was
come on,
close.
Do I look like a
started,
Kyle to you, man? Come on.
It started with a K, mate.
I need like a backward snapback, and I need my can of Monster. Then I'm a Kyle.
I'll get you. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that's
Have
fair.
a
Actually,
skateboard leaning on the wall behind me. There we go.
Every Kyle I've knew has been a nutter. You're right.
It's always the name of the kid who gets in the most trouble in school. Is always a Kyle, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. The only Kyle I've ever known was kind of a tool.
I was gonna say, like, I've only ever known two. One was never in trouble, and the other one was also never in trouble.
Oh, so no, every Kyle I knew was a nutter.
They bucked the trend.
Yeah.
So what's up with the title? What does it mean by Ledley and Mason being benched? Like, I know Mason went back to the U18s. But
Yes,
what about Ledley?
Apparently Ledley's been kicked out of the coaching staff or something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Because he was only working as like an analyst, right? To get experience?
No, he was the head defensive coach.
Was he really?
I don't think he was the head. I think he was
the
on
head.
the coaching staff. He wasn't the head, I don't think.
He was definitely helping in sessions and stuff.
From what I understood, he was working as like a defensive analyst under Jose. So he would analyze film of both, Spurs
he was on
and
the pitch,
opponents.
Though. He was on the
He was on the sideline.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think
dugout.
that was more for him to absorb it because he's also working on his coaching badges, right? While he's
he was assistant coach. That's who it was.
Well, I'm all for him working on his coaching badges with the under-18s, if that's what he wants to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I just don't understand why having him there is that big of an issue. I just can't imagine he had that much say, in the dressing room or
Because he's ruining
the coach's room.
He's ruining his legacy, mate, because of defensive.
There's something I also respect if this is the case, and I don't know that it is, but I also respect the case that Nuno's I know I want who I want, and this is who I want. Like, I've got respect for that.
Yeah.
So still, that did happen at 9 at 9. Bob did call Brian Daigle
Brian Bagel.
Bagel, but I don't know if Brian necessarily likes it because Reason being, I actually asked like a long time ago, which I haven't done a lot of BJ content lately because I'm doing it. But like I asked him a long time. So I wanted to do skits with BJ where he just mispronounces people's names and kind of like interviews people and mispronounces their names. So I said, can BJ call you Dry and Bagel? But it sounded a little bit bad. And so I wanted to get your permission, and he never responded. So I don't know if he just missed it or if he just did it.
Maybe is it the Jew?
Yeah, I think it's a Jewish thing, right? Yeah.
Because there's a bagel Jewish relationship, right? So that's why I felt like that's why I wanted to make sure I had permission before BJ started, calling him Dry and Bagel. Because I wanted to mimic BJ after kind of like a Dr. Steve Rule. So people in the UK who don't know that, Kieran probably knows who that is, but the guys in the UK probably don't. But just Google or you guys in the comments too, if you're watching the show and you don't know who Dr. Steve Brule is, just YouTube Dr. Steve Brule after the stream, of course. And
I'll go do it right now.
And you're gonna lose your mind about how funny that is. So just check it out, Dr. Steve Brule, and you'll be.
I mean, I don't know if he's anything like me, having a particular last name. Like he probably just got harassed as a kid. Yeah, especially in elementary, early primary school. I feel like because when I was a little kid, my last name's McDonald, so I had to hear Old MacDonald had a farm like 100,000 times. So.
See, my last name's Stewart, so I never really got a lot of crap from mine. The only one that people ever had from me was calling me. There was one kid who was pretty slow he called me Stewardess. And that was that.
I mean, at least you didn't live in the parts of Scotland where your name comes from, because in Gaelic it's McDonald is Macniol. It sounds even worse.
Yeah.
Kyle Macniol.
Yeah. The kids in my school weren't very inventive. I just got lots of Jason references.
Oh, Kieran, in case you didn't know, Kieran, the Gaelic for Kieran is Kyle.
Is it real?
Nah, I was just joking when I was saying Kyle, man.
Yeah, no, I know because I think it was the name of
Is it not Is it not just Kieran, but with a C rather than a K?
Yeah, so my mom spelled it weird. Mine's Kerian, but I think the Gaelic spelling is like CIA or something like that, RON or something like that. It's definitely different. I don't know.
Have a look, man, because that's the Irish Gaelic. I don't know about the Scottish Gaelic though.
Yeah, well, so the first name I think is more Irish, but obviously my last name is Scottish, so
yeah. Scottish Gaelic. I can't find it. Oh well.
I don't think I've ever had a McDonald's in my family, though. I don't think the Stewarts and the McDonald's got along.
Were you guys?
Oh, let me look at my family tree here.
Are you guys from the or are they one of the Highland clans or?
No. Stewarts were lowland. They're actually Norman.
Yeah, so
you hate Kieran. You hate the
Campbells.
The Campbells.
They slaughtered us.
Yeah, a lot of Stewarts.
Yeah, they betrayed us. Yeah.
Campbells, Grahams, a lot of Campbells, a lot of Grahams, a lot of other clans. But I don't think I have any McDonald's in my family that I know of.
Do you know Gaelic for Campbell is actually Cambial, and Bial is mouth, so it actually means crooked mouth.
Wow, isn't that so apt?
because of what they did.
Oh my god, yeah. So what he's referring to is the Campbells, basically. So this is long time ago, but basically I think there was there was a wedding between two members of the family.
It's called the Glencoe Massacre.
The Glencoe Massacre, yeah. So what was the actual?
So they had to go. They weren't paying their taxes to the English Lord, and they wanted them kicked out of the bit so they could change it to sheep and get more profit from farming. and so they told the Campbells to go in, and then the Campbells came in and pretended to be going somewhere else, and they came into their houses and they sat down and ate with them and all that, and then secretly they slaughtered them in the night, like after being their guests.
Exactly, yeah.
And it's famous because of that, but it's also the thing that inspired the Red Wedding in Game of Thrones.
No way! Is that really inspired off the Glencoe meth? That makes a lot of. Well, see, that's what I thought. Is that what I just couldn't remember was why they were together, why they were breaking bread.
Yeah.
So they were just like.
They were moving through. They were pretending that they were going to be moving through.
Yeah.
But the weather was bad, so they said, "Oh, can you keep us warm and safe and all that stuff?" You know, and they're like, "Yeah, okay." And then they slaughtered them in their beds.
and that is really just like one of the worst things you can do to a person, right? I don't know, like culturally, to have someone take you into your home and then.
Well, that's what they talk about. There's actually a lodge that's like a hotel pub in the Glencoe area that's still, after 400 years, you know, because Scottish people can hold a grudge. It actually says,
yes, they can.
It says no like door salesmen in Campbell's are allowed.
Wow.
So on my paternal side, it's so my grandfather was Stewart, obviously, but my grandmother was a Humphrey, and then for my great grandfather, his wife was a Bow. For my great grandfather, his wife was a Wiley and Scroggin.
Wiley Coyote.
You know, Margaret Agnes Wiley, and then Beatty Chambers, and Forsyth.
Forsyth, that's one you don't hear very often.
Yeah.
That's a pretty. You got a pretty solidly Celtic lineage there, huh?
Yeah, like I said, my mom's last name Stroh-Snyder, but it's actually Plimmer. He was adopted, so he's not really German. It's actually English, Plimmer. So my mom was the first person without Scottish lineage in my family tree.
Wow.
That's why so even like my family tree, it says I'm 43% Scottish, 34%, which they call UK, which is England, Southern Scotland, and Wales. So, but it's probably a lot of it's more from the southern part of Scotland than it is that section. So it's like 70 something percent. Because even like on my mom's side, her mother, my grandmother's mother, so my great grandmother's maiden name was Weir. So even there, it goes back Scottish.
It's just to say, Aaron, he put up a thing saying he'd love to, you know, when he comes over to Girvan, which is like the south of Scotland, we should catch up. I would love that, Aaron, but I just looked it up. I'm 323 miles away from that, so that's probably not going to work out. Could be as far away as possible, man. Well,
and then my great grandfather was a Havlina, which is Czech Republic, so that's where I get the Czech part from. But even on that, so there is a McDonald. There's one McDonald in my family tree, but it's on my mom's side. Thomas McDonald and his wife Anne and their daughter Flora McDonald, which is obviously a very popular name for McDonald people.
I feel like I feel like the majority of the McDonald's are now in the US and Canada.
Yeah,
because,
Canada.
you know, especially after like the clearances, we got completely like pushed out of Scotland. You know, like for example, like I guess I would be third or fourth generation American, because like my great grandfather was, you know, obviously Scottish, but was born in Northern Ireland, and then he stowed away on a boat to come here, ended up in the South in Alabama, and then was like a servant boy for some rich Southern family, and and that's how my family got here, at least on my dad's side.
Those aren't any of those are English names. Not a damn one of them.
But it's I always find that funny, you know, when you talk about the Highland clearances and stuff like that, and the families, the Scottish people that came over, because It shows, just like Spurs, we are doomed to repeat history until we change it, because they were kicked off their land for for other people, and then they came to America and then kicked off the Native Americans off their land.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally the same thing that happened to them.
Yeah, thankfully my family arrived pretty late, so we can't they settled in areas that were long cleared out. But yeah, and then on my mom's side my mom is actually mixed race, so then I have ancestry going back to slaves here in America. So I can thankfully say that for the most part, neither side of my family had too much involvement in all the nasty stuff that happened in the colonies. So
it's terrible though, mate. Spurs and history just repeats, man. We're just doomed to keep. Do you not feel you have to kind of stop yourself getting excited about, oh, Nuno's joined and then these players were getting linked to? Because I just feel like it's setting up for another defeat. I feel like an England fan. Oh, it's coming home, and then they're going to lose the semi-final, the final.
I mean, I think for me the way
I actually see a signing, until I see names on people holding shirts up, I'm not getting excited.
Yeah.
So my family came to the U.S. in 1715. My family came to the U.S.
So they were traitors. Is that what you're saying? They're rebellious. Yeah. Terrible.
It was actually they were Covenanters. So.
All right.
So they were from Perthshire. So my last one who was anything special was in 1625. Walter the Seventh Lord of Gartenfarden.
You're butchering the shit out of that.
I know. It looks like German. Gartenfarden.
Let me see it. Let me see it, please. Put it in the private chat.
All right.
Yeah, he's a laird, I mean, but being a laird is not as fancy as a lord. Anyone technically can be a laird under Scottish law if you just own some land. You can call yourself a laird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's something a lot of people over here are doing now. There's you can buy some little 1 by 1, 1 meter by meter piece of land in Scotland and get your little certificate. Yeah, I've seen freaking advertisements on YouTube and stuff to do that. I'm great, yeah, just sell off more of it.
Gartnerfuren. That's who. Just double checking that. That's It means a field of spring. That's a weird old term for spring. Gartnerfuren. What did you call it?
I said Gartnerfuren. I don't know. But his father was apparently the. Hold on, what does it say here? The Sir James Thomas Stuart, 4th Earl of Moray, 9th Earl of Argyll, Duke of Richmond.
Moray, you mean?
Yeah, Moray. That was he was an actual somebody, sir. His son probably wasn't anything. But.
Mate, I'm looking at Gartnerfuren, and it's one house now, mate.
One house.
One house.
Well, I mean, because our family doesn't reach the royal Stuarts until way back at Robert II, right? So a long time ago.
The Stuarts of Arvurick or Glenbuckle, descended from Murdoch Stuart, 2nd Duke of Albany, grandson of King Robert II. Ooh.
Yes, but I mean that's way back up the lineage, though, right?
Yeah,
I mean, that's way far away from the throne.
Our families definitely would have been friends then, Will, because the McDonald's Clan Donald were essentially just pirates. We the leader of the clan was known as the Lord of the Isles because we just sailed around, all of it.
There's a lot of
there's a lot of McDonald's.
There's a lot of McDonald's in the Isle of Skye, mate.
Isle of Skye, yeah, yep. There was a castle there, I think.
Laura McDonald was in Lyle Sky when the Bonnie Prince Charlie rocked through there.
Yeah. There's a monument I've seen where he landed in the Western Isles, like the last bit where I am. Pass it on the way to Stornham at the time. What's happened? We're talking about Scottish history, man.
Yeah. Well, what you said about the Spurs thing with the repeating history, I mean, and not getting too excited about stuff. For me, I feel like you just gotta allow yourself a floor and a ceiling, right? You gotta be like, okay, this is as much as I'll let it affect me, to where I don't let myself be completely miserable and just detach at a certain point, like we had to this season, a lot of us, to keep our sanity. And then there's got to be a ceiling where until I see it, I'm not going to get more than this excited. And that's where I'm at with Nuno. It's like, yeah, there's positives to be had. There's potential for success, but until you see it, just temper your expectations.
Reload wants to know if we should go in for Sancho before he signs.
and in an alternate reality,
that's gonna happen.
That's like you talking about going in for Varane earlier on Bob Spurs channel. It's like, why?
He's only 50.
Yeah, but he won't want to play in a team in the Europa Conference League. Like, like if he can go and really start every match,
Manchester United though,
he'll still start every match there, and he'll play in the Champions League. I mean, honestly, they look a much better prospect than Spurs, especially after this offseason. I mean, look, I agree. I think Ole is a fraud, but yeah, they are.
The team they have now, though, and with the manager that they have now, I would even say that Art Nuno is better than him.
They should sell Pogba. That's the big thing for Man U. They need to just sell Pogba.
Did you not hear about the new deal they're offering them?
It's ridiculous. Why?
What new deal?
Why? Why would you?
400,000 a week, 5-year deal, £100 million deal.
No, good.
Yeah, let them do it. Go ahead.
Good. Like legit, keep him on.
I'm not posh. My family are preachers.
Mate,
my posh because my surnames are posh.
Yep. You've got heritage to the lineage to the Aristotle.
Because I'm related to Campbells and Grahams and Stewarts, therefore I'm posh. Is that what it was saying?
No, I literally just read out how you have a link to a king, mate. So that's got to be some level of aristocracy. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, because my Catholic cousins were chopping off.
You've got a laird, mate. Your last Scottish relative was a laird, mate, which is English version of a lord. Come on now, mate.
But after you cross the Atlantic, all that shit doesn't matter anymore.
No, his son Robert wasn't a lord of anything, actually.
Oh, so you lied to me? Is that what you're
saying?
Oh,
no. Because you have Robert was at the time of the Covenanters, and they had all their land stripped from them.
Yeah.
And
how did they have money to get over there, mate? Is it because they were rich and posh?
No, because they were actually on ships. There were people who were handing out things. So what happened was Robert Stewart was at the what was that battle of? I don't know. It was where a lot of the Protestants were fighting the Catholics. I can't remember the exact name of it, but there's actually monuments to it, and can't remember. But anyway, he was imprisoned and then ended up being beheaded. Well, his wife and his son and his brother escaped Scotland on a boat to the States.
Right.
And that's how my family came to the U.S.
And then his brother married his sister-in-law.
Could have been. I don't know. Possible. It was really hard to find because he actually changed his name because
he was posh. There you go.
Yeah. No, changed the first name. Changed the first name to keep from.
I don't want them to know I've got money. I better change my name. Fair enough.
To keep from being imprisoned, he changed his first name
for tax fraud because he was stealing all his money.
Probably. He was a kid.
I'm just going to keep quoting this.
Are you
a kid?
Are you in Glasgow, Ginty?
I'm from Glasgow originally, mate.
Oh, okay.
I live in the Western Isles, mate. It's like a wee tiny island cut off the northwest.
Okay, so yeah, which traditionally my family's stomping grounds. I guess.
A long time ago, I was
one of the places.
400 years ago.
I like what he said. Adam just said there. By the way, you were talking about, it was a fight between Protestants and Catholics. What you just said. Look.
Yeah, it was. I can't.
No, I'm
remember
saying
the
his
name of
comment. Keep bringing it up.
which one?
The one just before Posh Will.
Oh, Celtic for Rangers. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this was like when people were chopping off heads, right?
And they did me. I just have these using wee knives and bottles,
Yeah.
But that's why I don't like people who spell their name with a U. If you're a Stewart who spells your name with a U, I don't like you.
I spell my name with a U. That's true.
My granddad was a Strachan.
Strachan? Was he related to Gordon Strachan?
I don't fucking know, but he was a Strachan.
Is that like a Kraken or
like Cthulhu?
It was a Strachan. John Strachan.
Do the Western Isles have 1 gig internet with 1 millisecond ping? You having a laugh? Have you ever heard of an island having 1 gig internet?
I don't know. From what I understand, the internet in the UK isn't that great anyway.
Well, I'm on. Where I stay, it's really. I've got really good internet. I've got like fiber version, but like it's only 80 meg.
At least you guys have like majority
options.
coverage. You have like coverage for the majority of the country, as where in the US there's just large swaths of area where you can't get internet, and if you do, it's like really shitty satellite internet that costs a fortune,
or it's one provider and you can't buy elsewhere.
Yeah, that's another thing I really don't like. So I mean, I honestly at this point I run all my stuff just off of wireless 5G because it's more cost effective and it's the same performance I'd have otherwise. And it's crazy because I live less than an hour from the nation's capital, and yet I still don't have good internet options. Like,
it's nuts. Yeah,
that is because I literally live in Nova Scotia, Canada, and I've got all kinds of super fast fiber up if I want it.
I love a mood.
All kinds.
I love a mood.
Yeah, well, those are countries that like to invest in infrastructure. That's never been a big thing. The roads are shit. The bridges are falling down. Everything's like you can't get internet. Like,
no, so that's the federal government. Don't talk about that with Will here. He doesn't like the federal government.
I don't have a problem with the federal government. I just think it's a waste of time.
I knew that would bring him out.
Just a waste of time.
It's a waste of time. Okay. I mean, is there anything more to talk about? Shitty Spurs.
I don't know. If there's nothing else to talk about, I'm calling it a night in 7 minutes. So you guys got to come up with content because I'm out. I'm tired, to be honest with you.
How much do you think?
Do you know what's so weird? Hold on, before you go on, I gotta make a comment that totally doesn't make any sense at all. The last 3 late night streams in the summer have been absolute like crap shoots. Like we've talked about nothing at all, and the views have been higher than normal. So maybe you guys enjoy watching us talk about absolute ridiculousness that has nothing to relate it to do with Spurs,
because it's. The fact is, it makes them forget about Spurs, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
They come here and they're like, oh, I'm going to be depressed. But then they're like, they're talking about random shit. It's like being a fly in a wall for some people talking shit to each other,
Like last week's show, I think got like 1,800 views or something like that. And yeah. And we talked about nothing.
No, like it was as random as this. In fact, it was
worse.
More random than this
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
There's been more football talk in this show than there was in that one. And this show's only going on here for 2 hours. And the show before that got like 1,200 views. We're normally, maybe it's just the fact that, I don't know, I guess the channel, but we haven't gone up in subscribers that much. We're only at like 1,300. So,
But as I was saying, how much do you think Denmark are going to thrash England next week?
They're not.
I don't think
I honestly think England will win.
They can't, man. They
It's not
can't.
I
gonna
don't
be
want
easy
them
when,
to. Like I'm rooting for
I-
Denmark, but
I know you don't want them to. I know you don't want England to win, but I think they're going to.
I don't think they'll win the tournament though.
No, I think they'll beat Denmark though.
I think they'll get to the final, and Italy will beat them in the final, most likely.
Yeah, and even if Italy do, though, honestly, the one thing that's impressed me about this England team is they don't seem to panic.
Yeah.
Like do you know what I mean? Like the only off game they had was against Scotland. I feel.
Just shows you how good Scotland are, eh?
Your retention numbers. I don't know. Let me look.
Has England
Reload.
conceded yet?
That's what
No,
I
they
was
haven't.
going to say.
They haven't considered yet. No.
Who?
How do you guys think they'll deal with that if they, like, let's say they play Denmark and Denmark scores really early in the game? How do you think England will deal with that?
Yeah, because he's never been from behind. Jason is saying. It's a good point he's making.
I genuinely, and this isn't arrogance, because like I'm a real.
Because you said like they don't panic or anything, but they've never been 1-0 down this whole tournament.
Yeah, this tournament they've been 1-0 down before though.
But this tournament,
Right, but let's get it right. That team's been 1-0 down before, like,
and they panicked.
Foreign thing
and they panicked.
We'll see. Look, we'll see. I mean, one thing's for sure. We're in the game.
I for one agree with what Will was saying on Bob's Spur earlier. I think this England team would be better on the front foot. So, I mean, I don't think going 1-0 down is a worry, or Denmark making it a slugfest should be a worry, because there's just too much creative and attacking talent in that England team. And if you guys can't, score goals and create opportunities playing from behind or playing in a game that's going end to end, then that's an indictment more of the manager.
Well, I mean, if you saw the Denmark game today, even though they deserved to win, when I forget who they were playing, but when they switched it up a bit, they were actually having a bit of joy getting behind Denmark. You know what I mean? Like they were getting at them in the second half a bit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't.
Casper Dolberg, brace.
In your dreams. In your wettest of dreams, is that going to happen?
Right, I'm telling you, as I was also saying the other day, mate, fucking secret agent Hoiberg is going to break Kane's leg to keep him at Spurs.
Oddly enough, I don't know that I'm against that. I mean,
I think England have to go out to dominate the game. I think if they sit back against Denmark, then they're in trouble.
Well, I mean, look, Denmark are definitely a bigger test than the one they just had. Like that.
Yeah, it's the biggest test of the tournament.
For sure.
They got to play like they did against Ukraine.
We'll see.
And just go for it.
Like, Ukraine looked so bad, didn't they? Though.
Do you know the weird thing? And the only reason I'm semi-convinced they're going to win, because I literally. And this is going to sound really unpatriotic. I don't know that I give a fuck. Like, this is the first tournament England have been in that I literally don't give a fuck. So I'm sure they're probably going to go on and do great things because I don't care. Like, normally I'm like really invested and then they let me down like Tottenham always do. And I think this season at Tottenham's just killed me for getting invested in anything at the moment.
Really? Even after seeing like all the footage of everybody celebrating back home, that doesn't stir anything in you?
No.
Because I gotta say, like, like Will, like after this season with Spurs, obviously I was a little down on football, but when that USA-Mexico game happened, man, I was in it. I was fired up. I was listening
that
to
was
the
like
watch
the game
log.
of the year, though,
I
right?
was
Like
screaming in my
football.
car, like
Like, and the worst thing is, I only caught the last bit of the England-Germany game because I was working. So maybe if I'd have sat there, even then, I don't know, man. I just don't know.
I don't think I watched England beat Germany.
If I was at home watching that, yeah, I'd probably get a little bit more carried away from it because, you're there. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I just don't know that I give a fuck. So we'll probably go on and win the whole thing.
Yeah,
Listen,
I think one thing I want to mention.
I think
is-
we've got a good enough. Like, all jokes aside, though, like, say what you like and be as biased as you want. That England team is good enough to win the whole thing. Like, they are. Whether they will or not, it's a different conversation.
Yeah,
but they've
of course.
got the players to win it, in my opinion.
I agree. Yeah.
And to answer Reload's question here real quick, and then I'll drop it. He asks, with the viewer retention numbers and stuff like that, better? No, but they're about the same, about 12 to 14%. So about 30 minutes on average, which is normal for any of my rant shows.
To shift it away from England a bit, after watching what England did to Ukraine, one thing I think that's not being talked about enough is how bad are the Dutch? Like, how far have they fallen? My God.
Well, Frank de Boerman's the manager. You know,
How did he get that job? The guy couldn't win an MLS with a franchise that won the championship their first season in existence.
did well at Ajax, and that was enough.
He must have a black book with a lot of dirt on people. Jobs,
he was also a very good fucking legend. You know, he was a very good player, mate.
He was a good player and he was successful at Ajax in the Ajax setup.
Do you get what I mean?
Like, how does he keep getting these jobs?
I still wouldn't hire Maradona as my manager, though.
Or Pele. Has Pele ever managed?
Dude was a nutter.
He was.
Is he though? Has Pele ever managed?
Not that I'm aware of.
That's a good question.
I don't think so. He's too old to manage now. He's like 900 years old now, so
no, he's never managed.
He played for a long time and then just kind of disappeared, like literally disappeared off the face of the
What a
earth
goal
for a while.
return for Brazil, man! 92 appearances, 77 goals. It's nuts.
Yeah,
and also it's like what he could do with the ball back then. When you consider the kind of football he was playing with.
Yeah.
Oh, what a player!
Would you say though? Would you say Maradona was better or Pele? Because I mean,
it's different eras. You can't compare. And also, Pele never went to Europe. That was probably before.
But doesn't that make it
the
better?
best South American players went to Europe to play as well?
Doesn't that make it better though for Maradona because he went and he fucking captained Napoli to their like only proper wins in a long ass time.
I mean, if you're looking at it like that,
single-handedly won that World Cup as well.
If you're looking at it like that, I guess but I don't like making those comparisons. The same as I wouldn't do it with boxers as well, because you're never really gonna know.
Yeah.
Because he didn't go there and he didn't do that, so you don't. Like, there's nothing to say Pele couldn't have done something similar, you know what I mean? But there's no proof that he did.
Maybe you guys would know better than me. I mean, at that time when Pele was playing in like the late 60s through the 70s, was that common for the best South American players to go and play in Europe by that point? Or
how old do you think I am?
I just
you
guys have been watching football longer than me.
I'll be honest with you, not really.
You might have more historical knowledge on football than me.
The way you said that, like as if I was like,
as far as I know, not really.
No.
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
I'm pretty sure his Santos numbers are pretty inflated because they used to be an unbelievable Brazilian side that would go around and do friendlies and stuff, and like they counted those goals. You know.
But see, the one thing that, like, when you compare like Maradona's and that to like your modern day superstars, the one thing that you can say about Maradona and that is like they had the shit kicked out of them.
Yeah.
Every game, they had lumps taken out of them because you could then, and they still managed to do it. Half these fainting prima donnas when someone breathes on them nowadays, I don't even know how they'd last in the 80s or the 90s, getting kicked up and down the pitch.
At the same time, though, I don't think those guys from the 80s and 90s could run with the guys today. Up and down the pitch. The amount
they weren't as
distance
fit.
Covered, yeah. These guys were smoking cigarettes in the changing room, and like,
they definitely will. But like, just football used to be a contact sport. Like, you were allowed to tackle people. You were allowed to give a little barge. Like that side of football's like.
I mean, what about what Ed said about Garincha, mate? You ever seen him? Ever seen the videos on him?
Who?
Garincha.
No.
Do you know who Garincha is?
No.
Oh my god. Don't know Garincha?
No.
Excuse
me, hold on. Let me lie. Yep, I'm fucking well familiar with him. He's the shit.
Right. No, he's just like he's up there, you know, it's like the upper echelon of players. Like he was known as like one of the best dribblers of all times, and he did it with like 2 bent legs and 1 foot of a small nail.
When was this?
He was during Pele's time as well.
Oh.
Or he was just as Pele was coming in, but he won. Yeah, he was unbelievable, mate. Unbelievable dribbler. And it was even crazy because the fact he had like it was one leg was shorter than the other, and like it was bent in as well. Like it was like a medical problem. Yeah, and yet he still was able to just completely like Messi dribble past people.
Fair on him.
Yeah.
So weird, this YouTube thing, man. Like, remember, I've had this is the 3rd video that I've had dropped to a yellow $sign, which basically means somebody said bad words, and so it's not letting to do it. But then, like 3 or 4 days from now, or like a week from now, it'll be green again.
All right. What was it? What was it? Was it the?
I don't know.
What was it? The the British delicacy that is a homophobic slur.
I guess.
If it was, I apologize.
No, but it was weird.
Is that intention? It was we were talking about food.
No, but I know, but it's so weird. It only does it on this show for some reason. I don't know why. Like this is the 3rd time it's happened only on this show.
Do you want to ruin your monetization? Bring up Reload's last comment.
No, but I'm serious. I haven't done anything. I haven't ever asked for a review or anything. But within like 2 or 3 days, it'll pop up and it'll say it's fine again. Like I don't know why it does it. It's really weird.
I don't know, you know.
Yeah, that one there. You said. That's funny.
I don't know. Maybe there's some way the algorithm can tell that like the rant shows aren't in line with your usual content.
I guess. I don't know.
That. I feel like it's something like that. You know.
It has. I don't know what it is because it only does it. It only does it to this show.
It
doesn't do it anywhere else.
All right. If you could bring back one superstar from the past to play for Spurs, who would it be? So it could be people who
from anywhere.
Yeah, like I'm talking about the real, like, you know,
superstar.
Grace of our.
For me, and whatever, I would love to have seen George Best play for Tottenham.
Yeah,
because he was a genius with the ball at his feet, and that's an overused term, but he was.
Well, the Holy Trinity, wasn't he?
Bestie. Oh yeah, what a player!
What he was!
What a player! So that's my pick.
I'm going to go off board and say Eric Cantona.
Eric Cantona. That's a character, mate. That's certainly a character.
See,
yeah,
I watched him play a few times, and as much as I will admit he was good, fuck, I hated him.
We need someone like that.
I hated him so much.
We don't have anyone like that.
I wouldn't piss on him if he was on fire. I hated him that much.
Yeah, mine would be a more recent one as well, but like, you know, maybe a little controversial, but
they have to be retired, right? I'm adding that rule.
Yeah, he's retired.
Okay.
Wayne Rooney, absolutely. I've always been a huge Rooney fan, and you know, he came and played for my local team in MLS, so I got to see him live, and I mean, he scored 1 goal from like probably 80 yards out or something, caught the keeper out. Ball came off a deflection from a corner and just all the way down the field. It was incredible. He was just such a class above, and it was so fun to watch him play against guys who couldn't even shine his boots. He was amazing. And he had
Well,
that
you
fighting
will.
spirit. He was a real fighter. I love that. He was aggressive and confident, and he had the swagger,
Yeah.
So.
For me, it's got to be Ronaldinho.
Oh shit, that was
What a player.
I mean, it's got to be. Look, Maradona is Maradona. I don't think of him as being that amazing. Yeah, he was good and he did things. He dominated. But the things that like Ronaldinho does with the ball are I don't think I've ever seen anybody replicate him. I mean, Neymar comes close. It's almost like Ronaldinho or Neymar and Messi are Ronaldinho's babies who weren't as good as him, type of a thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they have pieces of his skill. Like he may not have impacted games as much as some of those players have, but what he could do with a football, I don't think I've ever seen anybody replicate skill wise, and scoring, all of it combined, like all the cool things he combined.
Yeah, I think for just an all-round solid player, though, not anyone super flashy, I would have took Paul Scholes all day long and back again. Like, it's just a solid player put in your team. Like, fucking Scholesy was a...
For me, mate, when you go, it's between Marco van Basten, because I'd love to have seen what he would have done, man, if he didn't get injured. Because the fact that he won the Ballon d'Or 3 times and then had to retire at 28 is insane.
Oh, yeah.
And Eusebio, Eusebio, what a player, man. Unbelievable player. His story and everything, mate. Love it.
See, there's a certain Dutch striker I would pick if he didn't play for a certain scumbag team. Because I really liked him up until that point.
Oh, mate, you have to admit, man, he was some player, man. I mean, that goal, goal against Norwich, man, when he was at Man U, unbelievable, man.
Phenomenal player, but
yeah,
can't do it. But phenomenal player.
So, Aaron, I love you, but you got to stop typing when you smash me. You lads are too young. Pele, with what he did with a football wing heavier than Jimmy Five bellies, was better than all. You lads are too old, right? So you are too young.
I'm good, too old.
Aaron, like, I'm pretty sure I am not too young.
Zlatan's not retired yet, Shane.
No, he's still playing.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Zlatan. I love him. God, he's great.
He's no one a Champions League, though. He's no one a Champions League. He's no one a Europe.
But I'll be honest.
I hated him in MLS because he played for the Galaxy, but he was so entertaining to watch week in, week out when he was over here.
I personally, don't subscribe.
It's SER, not IR. Thank you very much.
I don't subscribe to that. Like, if a player hasn't won X, Y, Z, he's clearly not great. Theory,
right, but you've got to talk about the greatest. You have to have some sort of benchmark, mate.
Well, yeah, but that benchmark is what they got bought by the team with the most money, therefore was able to do it. Like, that's a horseshit benchmark. Like, their stats should be. It's like the way people put Kane down because he hasn't won fuck all. But like, if you look at his stats,
but look at who Zlatan played for. Zlatan played for AC Milan when they were still really good. He played for PSG, Barcelona, Manchester United. Like, it's not like he didn't have opportunity.
What a deal, by the way! What an absolute steal that was for the Barcelona deal for Zlatan. They paid £40 million and gave Samuel Eto'o to Inter Milan for Zlatan, mate. Oh, that was, and then he goes on and wins the first Italian team ever won the treble. That was unbelievable, mate. What a piece of business that was, mate. It's got to be up there, one of the greatest transfers of all time, man. Unbelievable.
But here's the question. I have a question for people. If England ends up winning the tournament, does Harry Kane win the Ballon d'Or this year?
No, potentially.
No,
They always weight international competition higher than domestic.
but I bet he don't.
Who
But he
would
also won
Golden
the
Boot.
Golden Boot and the Golden Mist, like what assist. Yeah,
the Playmaker Award? Yeah.
Playmaker and go. Say if he wins Golden Boot in the league, Playmaker in the league, Golden Boot in the tournament, and England win the trophy, you can't not give him the Ballon d'Or. It would be the largest crime ever.
If England,
I don't disagree with you, but
if they gave it to Luka Modric, who didn't win the league that year.
Who won
in
Player
La
of
Liga.
the Year in the Premiership?
De Bruyne. No,
right,
no,
but
Ruben
that's
Diaz.
based
And
on. It was a
De
City
Bruyne
player
was
because
Diaz.
City won the league, right? That's a
Right,
little bit
but
different.
that was no, it's not.
It is.
That should have gone to Kane then as
It
well.
should have gone to Kane.
that was
I
highway
agree.
robbery.
That's what I'm saying. It's fucking horseshit.
I think if we would have won a domestic trophy, even if it had been EFL or the FA Cup, they would have given it to Kane. But since they didn't win anything, you can't necessarily give a player of the year to a team that didn't win anything. So I'm saying, if Kane can win Golden Boot at this tournament, if England loses in the final or semifinal, Kane doesn't get the Ballon d'Or at all.
So
it'll go to somebody who from
if England wins, does Kane stay? Because he would have a trophy now, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I mean, he'll be here this season regardless, I think.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere.
So the fact is, though, right? He is in a shout with getting the Golden Boot because Portugal are out, Czech Republic are out,
Belgium are out.
Belgium are out.
France are out. Who are all
nobody
five
can.
at the moment?
The only person who could overtake him would be Sterling.
Yeah, and Sterling would overtake him because he has
5.
5, and it was Patrick Slip.
And he's got what, 3
Ronaldo.
so far?
Yeah, but Raheem has an assist.
3 is yeah.
He has 3 and an assist, so he's above him right now in the list.
Does Kane get an assist for the penalty or from the foul?
Don't worry, mate. Casper Dolberg's scoring a brace, and he's become the top
for the
scorer
free.
for this.
Keep dreaming.
No, never mind. Because it could have been the person who took the free kick that got the assist for that.
I mean, I think the only other player that I would think is worthy of the Ballon d'Or is, in my opinion, N'Golo Kante. But with the way France went out, if England at least make it to the final, I think that puts Kane ahead in that race. I mean, because who else is up for the Ballon d'Or? You know,
it's a solid shout. I just think there's this Spurs.
Yeah, because like you could say it because this is the first. Well, actually, it depends. If Argentina win the Copa America, mate, then Messi might win it again because those two haven't won the league this year. Juventus didn't win the league, and neither did Barcelona.
And neither did Chelsea, but Chelsea won the
Neither
Champions
did Real
No,
Madrid.
but I'm saying, you know how they two are always the number one shouts.
Yeah,
Real Madrid
I don't
didn't
think
either.
Messi should get it. I really think that like the top 2 should be Conte and Kane.
What? Why would Lewandowski? Just because? Come on.
I mean, to be fair though, like
Poland went out. Didn't even make it out the group.
he did play unbelievable for Bayern again.
Yeah, but it's Bayern Munich in the Bundesliga, though.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I think Lewandowski is really
You're playing in
the
like the
fact that
4th or 5th lowest, ranked team in the
it's
league.
just Bayern in the Bundesliga. They're so far ahead of everybody else. What Lewandowski does, and also all the players, great players he has around him. Meanwhile, Kane reaches these heights in a shit Spurs team in the most competitive league in the world. Like,
I mean,
how is he not Player of the Year?
He broke the 50-year record, mate, held by Gerd Müller. He scored 40. He scored more than 40 goals that season.
Isn't the French the
I'm
one
going to do
that
the Thomas Müller bad joke. I can't believe you're talking bad about Lewandowski. You know, Lewandowski.
Yeah,
I don't like Lewandowski.
I mean, I think
he could do what he could do in other leagues, especially on a
if
lower
you put him
team.
in the Premier League, he could not do what he does. Meanwhile, Kane
won
would
Dortmund,
absolutely.
I don't think he could do what he did.
talking about, man?
Kane would rip the Bundesliga to shreds. He could.
No, man. Lewandowski is a world-class striker, man. You cannot say he would make
Put him in Dortmund's team, and you think he does the same thing?
He did it in Dortmund's
trade
team,
them.
mate.
Just switch Kane and Lewandowski. Do you think Lewandowski could replicate Kane's numbers in a Spurs squad? I don't think so.
They play 2 different systems, mate. They're 2 different kind of styles of players.
Oh, It's the
Lewandowski's
quality
32.
of the player is what I'm getting at. Is that he's surrounded by higher quality players
In a lower
than
quality
Kane.
league.
In a lower quality league, exactly.
But he could only do what's given him, mate, and he's unbelievable. I mean,
Look,
he was holding.
great, but I just think Kane is better, and it's not.
I don't think you
close.
can just say that he wouldn't make it in the Premier League. That's just
No, I didn't say that. What I said is he wouldn't replicate
did.
the same.
He did though.
Oh,
Sorry.
well,
Did what?
I just.
What? Wait, what did I say?
Did you say that he couldn't make it in the Premier League, Lewandowski? One of you said it.
No, I didn't say he couldn't make it. He could make it, and I said he wouldn't put up the same numbers. I don't think he put up the same numbers as that he does for Bayern at even Dortmund.
Wow.
I mean, he hasn't played for Dortmund since 2014.
Oh, here's the thing, right? The system was built around Lewandowski. The system was built around Kane. Kane got 23 goals. Lewandowski got over 40 odd. Kind of the same. Yeah, you could say the quality of players, the quality of the teams. You could remove half those goals, so then they've got basically the same amount of goals. So he's not the same as Kane, right? But he is a world class player.
It's
mate.
not, but it's not just the quality of players he has on his team or surrounding him, giving him service. It's also the quality of players he plays week in, week out. And like, I'm just even the relegation candidates in the Premier League or could beat on any given game, could beat half the teams in the Bundesliga. I mean, they're just not that good. I mean, it's just a much weaker league.
Right. It's still.
I think Lewandowski is a world-class player, and I'm not taking anything away from him. I just think that Kane is better, and it's not as close as people like to say it is. I think Kane is better by a good bit. I think he is hands down the best striker in the world.
A country
based on what he does with shit players around him in the toughest league in the world. So
yeah.
So Lewandowski, his only first 20 plus goal season was his last season for Dortmund. Right, that was it. So I mean, he had already hit 182nd appearances before he had 182 appearances in the Bundesliga before he had a 20 plus goal season.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that the thing is Lewandowski's kind of a late bloomer, right? His career hasn't taken the same trajectory as like a Harry Kane, who's had essentially a meteoric rise since he first broke into the Spurs squad. Go ahead.
Sorry. No, you're taking a pause and I keep thinking you're finished. I'm sorry. Continue.
Oh, no, you're good.
No, you keep going.
Oh, all I'm saying is that Lewandowski he hit his heights later in his career. You know, he was a very good player for a long time, and then he didn't make it to elite level until the last few years. It's just his career's just taken a different trajectory than Kane's. You know, that's all I was saying.
Do you know what I was going to say? It's the crazy fact about him is his name. His dad chose his name because he wanted him to be a footballer and he wanted him to be like at the upper echelon level, and he knew that having a crazy Polish first name would mean it would be harder for people to say him. So that's why he's called Robert Lewandowski. Seriously, that's what his dad said. He's got to be I'm going to make him a world class player, so he needs a normal name, a normal English name. Apparently, that's why he's that. Yeah,
smart dad. Dad.
It's quite funny. I always found that funny, man.
Yeah, well, Son's dad would scoff at that and just say, "Who cares about his name? Just make sure he does his keep ups every day."
Yeah.
Well, what's so funny is everybody calls son by his last name. That's the funny part about it.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be the other way around, right?
Yeah.
Son human, not human son.
Yeah, Youngmin is his first name.
But what you call it though? I think Joe, it's crazy in Korea, man, with the son that they actually like when they play the Spurs games, like on the TV, they have a little symbol for Son, and it lights up when he's on and like disappears when he's off, so people can know when they tune in at the Spurs matches when they watch. Right, Son's not playing anymore. Turn it off. They actually have that. They actually have that, man.
I don't doubt it.
That's hilarious.
Can you imagine how much revenue we're going to lose if and when he leaves?
Me, I had a ridiculous...
I think Son will retire here. Honestly, I think he'll retire at Spurs.
Yeah, but even then,
about
we're
100
still going to
million
lose.
pounds
Yeah, we're still going to lose a buttload of
a
support.
year. 100 million
That's
pounds
why
a year.
we gotta go get that kid from Valencia to be his eventual replacement. He's a baller.
Yeah, the young
What's his
guy.
name? Lee?
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he Japanese?
Is that the
No,
one?
No, he's
he's
Korean.
Is that the one from?
Get him in.
Is that the one from RB Leipzig?
That's like easy. Yeah.
No, I think he plays for Valencia, doesn't he? I think he's a number 10.
They might be
RB
Leipzig.
Salzburg. It might be Leipzig or
Yeah.
Salzburg. Mate, what is that? What is that fucking Red Bull academy like, man, or scouting system, man? The amount of players that Salzburg and Leipzig bring through who are just unbelievable. I mean,
Yeah,
Sadio Mane.
Lee
Sadio
Kong
Mane.
In.
All right.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Lee Kong In?
Lee Kong In. Oh.
Kong In.
Kong
Lee
In?
Kong In.
Lee
Pyong?
Kong In.
How do you spell it?
LeeKang-in.
Kang. Kong.
Yeah. Lee Kong In.
Kong what? I-N, you said?
I-N, yeah.
Yeah. Kong In. Yeah.
Kong In, yeah.
The Korean wonder kid.
Lee Kong In.
He's really good.
So who's the Korean player for RB Leipzig I'm thinking of?
What are you talking about? Hold on.
Or Hwang Hee-chan.
Yeah.
That's it. But yeah, as I was saying, man, that Red Bull scouting system is nuts. Imagine having that at Spurs, man. Like they bring on Mane, what do you call it? Haaland, that Slobrovsky. They brought in Upamecano.
Yeah, it's insane.
Konate.
It's
Forsberg,
quite the list, isn't it? It's definitely a
Sabitzer,
list.
all these guys.
Yeah.
Forsberg, yeah. Just all these really good players. Personally, I love it because, again, my local team is rivals with the first Red Bull football team ever made, New York Red Bulls, yeah. And so ever since they've expanded with Salzburg and Leipzig, all the best young players that would play for New York are now getting exported as quick as possible. So they've been shit for a while, and I absolutely love it.
It's unbelievable. Yeah, some of the players they've had, man.
Yeah, it's an interesting system, and I wonder if we'll see it. More versions of this come up with different corporate backing and whatnot. I mean, Man City could have a similar thing.
Christopher and Cooney, yeah. Man City have got the same, yeah.
Because I think they own a club in Spain, and
they own a Japanese team as well. The new manager for Celtic,
and then they also own an MLS team, New York City FC. Yeah. So,
but it's quite funny. My new manager is Australian. He managed in that J League, and he managed for that team before he came over here. And there's pictures, because it's a Man City subsidiary. There's pictures with him with Pep. Just so weird to see that, because he'll do friendlies and stuff, Yeah.
Yeah. See, people are backing me up. Yeah, this kid's really good. He's a really creative player, and Valencia are always a fun side to watch.
Kang In Lee.
Yeah.
Do you remember the days?
It always bothers me when they don't put the Lee first. Kang In. 이재용 씨. 예? 한국말로 하면 되죠.
People are like, we need an attacking midfielder. If you want an attacking creative midfielder, go get this guy. We could probably get him for under 20 million, and he's really good. He's already been playing at the top level in Spain for a few years now. So,
what's the greatest ever team you've seen watch? You've actually watched them live. You don't have to be just watch them live on TV or in a stadium.
What's the who? What?
It's the greatest team you ever watched live.
It has to be those mid-aughts Barcelona teams, with Messi and Piqué and Iniesta, and I mean, that's just otherworldly football. It's like football played in heaven by angels. Those teams were ridiculous.
On TV?
I'm just saying, just so you can say a team that you haven't watched in a stadium. That's what I'm saying. So
I haven't watched a lot of teams in the stadium being in America.
Yeah, unfortunately.
No, I'm trying to give you a
Many
hand. I'm trying to give you a fucking leg up here, man. So you've watched them live, so it's not like
Well, I watched a lot of football live, so I don't think there's a team I haven't seen live on TV.
So what's the greatest one then?
The greatest one.
Yeah.
Tottenham
Greatest
Hotspur.
team. the greatest team.
Greatest team
Tottenham.
in the world.
Right.
I don't know. Let's see. The greatest team I've ever watched.
Hey, I'm gonna step out. My my phone's dying. So.
All right, man. Catch you there, Wobbles.
Take care, Bob.
Have a good
Good
evening.
night. Good night.
I'm trying to remember what year it was, that particular Barcelona.
I just found out that if I hit my
Champions
space bar, comments go up and off. I didn't know that.
Oh, look at that.
Yep, 2005, 2006.
That's the Barcelona team.
Yeah, that's that, and they beat the Scummers too. So that was,
Yeah.
that.
Well,
that
what
was
would that
the
compare
best.
to 2008 though? 2009. I think that one was.
That one might be better.
Yeah,
actually.
it would have to have been
either.
the team that had all of those guys, right? Like Ronaldinho, Messi playing at the same time, and that would have been what 2000.
I think 2000, 2008.
So what about
2009?
2008? What about 2008 versus 2010 and 11? Right. So 2008 have Victor Valdez. I can't believe how he's in the greatest teams, that keeper, man. It just shows you how great that team was that they got Victor Valdez. Looked good. Like they had Silvinho.
Don't need a good keeper when the other team never has the ball.
Yeah, it's 2008, 2009 season.
PK, and then they had
so PK,
Toure.
Puyol, Iniesta.
No, but the
Xavi.
2008 one had Yaya Toure.
This is the 2008 team.
But
Yaya
Puyol was at right back, and then you had
Busquets, Pedro.
Busquets. It's Busquets, Iniesta, Xavi. That's the thing, kind of stays the same between the two teams, and then it's Henry, Eto'o,
Henry.
and Messi.
Yeah, Dani Alves. Yeah, all
And
these
the difference-
guys.
This one.
What
Might
an
have been
incredible
2007.
squad! I mean, just
And
that's
2010
probably
was
08,
2010
08,
one
09
was-
Barcelona. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
that's
know,
it
mate,
for
this
me.
team- that team was unbelievable though as well. That 2010-11 one, Albiol, PK, Mascherano, Alves done it, and then Busquets, Iniesta, Xavi, and then Pedro, David Villa, and Messi, and it was at Messi's absolute peak where he scored that like 93 goals the calendar year. So, yeah.
How fortunate are we to be able to watch players like this, man? Especially Messi and
Ronaldo at the same time.
And Ronaldo. I mean, we're incredibly blessed to witness this generation of play. It's so
What's the
sad
one-
that it's coming to an end, because this World Cup is probably going to be the last one of Messi and Ronaldo, right? So
I think that 07-08 team was better. You had
You think
Ronaldinho, Thierry Henry, and Messi. They may not have
Messi really young though. It was really young Messi.
Yeah.
you mean the 08-09? Because 08-09 was when they won the Champions.
07-08. Ronaldinho left before they won the Champions League in 08.
Oh yeah. I don't know. It's just the 08-09 team is the one I remember most vividly. The half and half kit, and then the yellow away kit, and them winning the Champions League. That was a nice kit. That happened. Honestly, that was probably when I first really started to get into football. Because
the
time,
yeah, the 07-08 was a season that I thought was really kind of when. Yeah, that would have been my first year that I was really watching football consistently, because it was a 2006 World Cup that really got me interested in the game more than just.
Quite a frozen look.
Oh, but Jason, what about this though? How would you rate? Because
For
that
me?
was
Am I
those
frozen?
two. Huh?
Not frozen.
No, you're back. How would I rate who?
Sorry, yeah, it's confused. Yeah. What would you? Because I was too young to watch them live. But how would you rate that Man U treble winning side in '99? Because that was some team, was it not?
I'll be honest with you, mate. I would never bet against them in a game of football.
Yeah.
Like, they just were that good.
That team was disgusting, wasn't it? No?
Yes, they were just that good. Like, that was the team I was gonna pick. If you look at I've seen them play. Like they just were that good. They all over the pitch though. They were just that fucking good.
Cast the first Michael, Gary Neville, Dennis Irwin, Jakob Stam, Roy Keane, Phil Neville as well, David Beckham.
What a defender he was.
Scholes, Dwight York, and Andy Cole.
Mm-hmm.
Do you not think? I think this when I look back, mate. Do you not think Andy Cole is just never given his dues compared to like?
No, 100%. He's never given his dues.
Ronaldinho scored 89 goals that season.
But Messi scored 93 in that last season.
And
40 in that season.
He's probably the best goalkeeper I've ever seen play.
Kasper Schmeichel,
Peter Schmeichel.
Peter Schmeichel, sorry. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah. He was worth points in a season on his own. He was.
That Man U team was disgusting because they could literally. I remember I was listening to some guy who was playing for Leicester at that time.
Yeah,
and they came back up and he was saying he was a right back and he was talk about he got Henri past him the first 2 minutes. He's like, oh, this is gonna be a long day. And then he was like, when he played that Man U team around that time, he was just like, right, we're defending out of our skin. They had Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Terry Sherlin. And then what is that? No, they were playing. They started right. And then
did they?
Yeah, and he was 70 minutes in. What does Alex Ferguson do? He just brings on Dwight York and Andy Cole. You're just like, oh god.
Yeah, and I don't know that duo get the props.
Andy Cole just man. He just never get the props. He was an unbelievable player.
Dwight York was a baller.
Yeah, he was, man.
Just phenomenal team. Phenomenal. It was the right mix of experience and youth. And just
because that was Beckham just coming in.
phenomenal team. They were
unbelievable.
I wonder who the players are today that will look at an Andy Cole and kind of think of at the end of their careers wow, that guy really was an unsung hero. He didn't get enough praise for what he did. I kind of wonder what players that'll be today.
I don't know, man. It's just it's just I think there's I don't want to say it, but I think there's a couple of reasons people he doesn't get the praise because he was growing up during the 90s when it was a lot more. So the racism, I'm not going to say anymore, but I think that's a lot of it.
No, you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong at all. I don't know why he doesn't get the props, but it's weird though because no one wouldn't give Wrighty his props.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Ian Wright,
Oh yeah, he was one of the top goal scorers for England and shit, wasn't
he? He gets his. I don't know, man.
It's the same thing, mate. It was going up that time, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't know, but that. Yeah.
Oh no, he actually did. They played for England. Sorry, I'm thinking he must have been in the Premier. I'm talking about because he has a shit ton of goals in the Premier League. That's for sure.
Who?
Ian Wright.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. He actually got his props, so I don't even know. I don't know anyone that wouldn't have said right. He wasn't a class striker.
For some reason, Andy Cole just doesn't.
No, he just didn't have a winning personality, I guess. Fuck those.
I mean, he's just disgusting return. 195 games for Man U, 93 goals.
Oh yeah, no.
55 goals for Newcastle United, man. When he only played 70 times for them. That's Newcastle, man. 2 seasons, he scored 55 goals in 2 seasons.
I think that's I think that's something we have to remember as Spurs fans when we're getting all up in our Levy woes and everything. Could be worse. We could be Newcastle. That's some
Mate,
solace we can always take.
Newcastle nearly got bought out. They only got the oil money in, mate.
Well, they reckon that deal's going to be back on again.
Yeah.
No way, really?
Well, let's get it straight. Why was that deal turned down? Really?
Because
right, but the big wigs didn't want another fucking dude coming in, and like this is me tinfoiling it, but like didn't want someone else muscling in, and like now those big wigs don't exactly have the power to put the lean on the Premiership anymore because they got and fucked themselves with this Super League.
True.
So I guarantee you Newcastle get bought out within the next 2 years.
By the same group? You think?
Would you take it? There you go, sorry.
I think it'll be the same group under a different name.
Yeah.
If that helps.
Would you take that at Spurs, mate? Would you say if Dan finally got Daniel Levy to sell? We got a big
listen, I'm not that proud. Like, if some big, dirty, rich, I don't care who he slaughtered to get his money, oligarch, coming to ball Tottenham, fine. Buy all the players. Like, let's get it right. Like, Chelsea's owner is no angel.
I don't know, angels. Anyone who's a billionaire.
I don't know. Like, yeah, I agree with that. You know, I don't think anybody earns $1 billion without stepping on people on their way to get it. But, you know, I think that there's a slight difference between some and others. I mean, I think, like, with the Newcastle thing, the Saudis and MBS, like, I don't know. I could stomach a guy like Abramovich before I stop.
Why?
Because it's just my own personal. My own personal politics and ethics.
Abramovich was heavily, and I'm saying allegedly and doing air quotes here because I don't know for sure, but heavily linked with all the Russian mafia. And if you don't think if you don't think he didn't do some nasty shit,
no, absolutely, mistaken. I do believe.
So why is he okay and they're not?
Because it's a state. That's really what it is for me. There's a difference between having connections to criminal organizations. I mean, hell, I think the way Joe Louis made his money is criminal, you know. But like, you know, when it's like the kingdom of Saudi Arabia with their litany of human rights abuses, or you know, something like that, then that gets to me a little more personally. And I'm not saying it might. And Brian Ireland from Tottenham Away basically said the same thing in as many words the other day on one of their streams. And, you know, I agree with him. Like, even if it may be hypocritical from my point of view, but I don't know. I think they're just personally, I think it's a little different. You know, I'd much rather somebody like Jeff Bezos, you know, buy the team than the Saudi kingdom, you know.
Oh, well, because he'd start running us like Amazon, and that's like, although very profitable, like you would want to work for him.
Yeah. Well, there's.
You know what I mean?
Hey, I mean, you're dealing with shit either way. I mean, like you said, there's no right, perfect, ethical answer. But like,
you are
definitely a little different.
entitled to your morale or morality, or however you feel isn't wrong. That's how you feel. Like, that's just what it is.
Yeah, I'm not going to push that on other people too. And like, would I stop supporting Spurs if we were bought by like MBS in the Saudi kingdom? Probably not. Like, dude, I'm an American. I consume products all the time that come from bad places and at the expense of people and their livelihoods and stuff. So I can't, you know, it would be supremely
I'd go for Musk over him too.
Yeah, I'd go for Musk over.
Musk just like to throw
Bezos.
money away.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
He's a playboy, you know. He's too busy tripping on acid in his Hollywood mansion to like worry about the finances of our football club.
Well, not only that,
also, he's egotistical enough to actually throw a fuck ton of money at it.
Yeah,
because he would want to win.
So what he would do too is he'd also make sure that all the players would be the first ones to be implanted with his AI his AI device. Yeah, and so then they'd all be like controlled by robots, and they'd just be unstoppable. You know what I mean?
They'd all have to drive a Tesla as part of their contract.
I'm not
no more Ferraris
Tesla
and Lambos.
Stadium.
Everybody drives a Tesla now.
Tesla's popular in the UK. It might be a good marketing to him for him. to do that. To be honest with you.
I can't find an answer to Aaron's question that you had up there for a long time.
Oh, I don't know about the UK. I guarantee you he's not the longest one in the world because Lionel Messi has 10 titles.
Do you know who it is actually in England?
Who is it?
What was the question?
Which captain has the most titles?
Titles or
captain?
cups?
He said titles in the question. You may mean cups. I don't know.
Well, the most successful post-war club captain in England is John Terry.
That's what I would have thought. Yeah, Terry.
That doesn't surprise me.
Great player, but bastard.
Yeah. What a defender. What an absolute.
Also,
tool.
yeah, I'd encourage you, because we're talking about football, you know. Joy.
Yes, Bob.
Yes. Morality in football to me, as long as you're not, grinding up babies to fertilize the pitch, I'm not.
Yeah, I think
you should. Even then, as long as I don't know about it, I'm good.
And so that's the thing, right? Like
Don't
with Abramovich,
your horribleness.
with Abramovich, I don't know what he's doing, right? All of his stuff is like shady. I have no idea, but like MBS in the Saudi Kingdom comes and buy the club. Well, I know exactly what they do over there. It's a little different. If it's if I can put some distance between me and that, it at least eases my mind a little more.
Okay.
Can I address this Elon stuff because I was too busy googling and then you were.
Yep.
There's the problem, right? I don't want to get too much into this channel because it's not that for it, but you should really go research a lot of the stuff about Elon Musk. That's like a facade that he's doing. Like if actually people have like researched into his companies, all the stuff he's talking about with building this and building that, it's literally so that he's using these companies to test things so he can literally just build shit in Mars. He doesn't give a shit about the planet. He doesn't give a shit about that hyper. So see that mad hyperloop shit, that basically crap version of a subway he built in LA. That was just so that he could test. That he got the California government to pay him to test out his tunnels for Mars. The Tesla is all the same with the self-driving and all that, mate. You should really research him, man, because he's not like the
No, he's not. He's not
even an engineer. He's not even an engineer, mate. He got his money by PayPal, and he doesn't even have an engineering degree.
Yeah,
and his parents were blood.
Well, he does have engineering degrees.
Yeah.
He doesn't have like MAs or PhDs in enginering, but he does have BAs and like a basic bachelor.
Yeah, but his dad was heavily benefited from apartheid South Africa. So
BA and BS. But I don't care what his dad. Like I wouldn't say, but he's far more. I would say he's less dangerous than Bezos. So
really, he doesn't. Well, I mean, at least Bezos.
I mean, as far as billionaires go, I could say he's probably the least scary one.
Yeah, in some ways. I don't know. Yeah, but like it's all relative, and like you said, like it's hard to put a stake in the ground on this stuff with football. I mean, you watch the Champions League, and like it's sponsored by like Gazprom, which is like the Russian state oil company, and like it's just all, just all this stuff. It's hard to be too moralistic about any of it. It is.
I think that when you're a billionaire, you've done something that's been a little bit shady at some point in your life. You know what I mean? In order to get there, that success at some point in time. The success, the kind of shady stuff that Elon Musk did was, I think he did something about kind of like manipulating the market.
He's manipulated for the workers thing. That just popped in my head. Sorry, I had to say that because never you were talking about Bezos is terrible for workers. He's actually
I think that.
See, look, I agree with
compare.
I'll tell you, right? He does not want unions, right? And he does not want people.
Neither does Amazon,
right? No, but he pays people. There was a guy who was starting to protest at the bad how poorly treated the employees were, and he leaked a story to the press, and Elon Musk.
Yeah, but that's normal billionaire
No,
shit.
Elon Musk.
Yeah, but you saying
No,
that,
no,
man.
let
like,
me
have
say
you
what he did, though.
Like,
Before you
Bezos
start
does to
defending him,
his
before you start
employees.
defending him,
I'm not defending him. I'm just saying
Right.
they're all as fucking bad as each
Right,
other.
right, mate. This is really
All
bad.
of them.
No, but this is really bad, and it's somehow it's been swept under the rug. He tried to sue the guy for 100 million, and then there was links to him getting guys to PIs to follow him and stalk him, and potential hits as well on just to get.
Yeah.
He was,
I don't know about the
I don't know
hits.
about the hit.
I'm saying that's how
Follow
bad
him, maybe, sure. If you got money to hire somebody to go follow somebody, get information on them so you can fire him without them being able to sue you. Yeah, that makes sense. That's shady stuff. Yeah, but that's what rich people do. Like you can't be the richest man in the world, which Elon Musk is now.
Apparently, his factories are as bad as Amazon, worse than Amazon for how poorly they treat their company, their employees.
Well, I don't know how you can get much worse than Amazon.
That's what I'm saying.
Amazon's pretty bad.
That's what I'm saying.
No, if you were to look at the average salary
standards.
if you were to look at the average salary at Elon Musk factory, it's far higher than
that's another
Amazon,
thing.
especially based on education. Because Elon Musk, he doesn't like to hire people with degrees.
No,
Like,
he
like
likes to
having a
hire
degree is not
people-
it's not a requirement.
There's just please go research him before you buy it.
I know he's not a good person. Like you're not going to find. Look, I could go. If I were to watch you in your whole life, I'm sure I could find you stepping on a cockroach too at some point in your life. You know what I mean? But as far as billionaires go, he's not the worst.
Yeah.
Right? Like he didn't make his money by short selling stock during it.
It is
Exactly.
a low bar.
It is a low bar. That's what I'm
that's the
saying.
whole
I'm
point
not
of this
disagreeing with you.
But the bar is low.
Let's have a bit more accountability.
No, I agree with what Bob said about, like, what did he say about the ozone?
Ozone.
Yeah, one of the comments, he was like, 100 million's worth of new players will take the
Taking
risk of
100
the
million.
ozone.
I'll
He
take my
said, who's
chances
worse,
with
Levy or
ozone.
Ashley?
Oh, it's got to be Ashley, right?
Like Ashley,
Because Ashley has a level of just disregard for the club that, I mean, Levy is at least concerned with it because it's, he cares about the money invested. I feel like Ashley just at this point doesn't give a shit.
No, he wants out so bad.
Yeah.
Like, he's said it, though, you know what I mean?
Sports Direct Arena. Could you imagine having that?
I'm surprised.
Yeah, that's what I
I'm
said.
surprised he hasn't renamed.
What's the worst? Is it like
Levy
what's the worst
Land
like
now.
sports place in America? Like
The
sports
worst
store,
sports-
sports store. Where like real bargain based sports stuff.
I
Like
don't
a
know.
sporting goods store?
Yeah.
Probably be some mom and pop stuff, right?
Played against
Like a
against
franchise
Ford.
law change on top of it, like they're
Cheap stuff. Dick's Sporting Goods probably have the cheapest stuff.
right,
I don't know
basically
about
that's
that,
it.
man.
Walmart,
Like,
maybe.
if you go to Dick's, like some of the clothing, just like the base layer stuff, like the undershirts and like some of that stuff is like $70 or $80 just for like a. I don't know. I don't know if it's the cheapest.
I mean, if
They
you
sell
want
the
cheap,
cheapest
it's
shoes,
Walmart.
that's for sure. Like
Oh,
the cheapest
Like
soccer
DSG.
boots.
I'm talking
and,
about like
football
DSG
boots and
branded
stuff.
stuff, though.
Yeah.
Like even DSG branded stuff to me is not a much higher quality than maybe even Walmart. If you think of Walmart as
true.
being a
Yeah.
sporting goods store, then you'd have to go with Walmart, right? So there's a lot of Walmart branded stuff, and they have like 9 million
Champion and
brands,
stuff like
yeah.
that. And one.
Yeah,
Champion, mate. Champions.
Champion
actually-
isn't a Walmart brand.
No, but I'm saying
Here it
Champion
is.
used to be.
It is over
It
here.
might be.
No, but
No,
Champion
but-
used to be held in some
Crap.
regard.
No,
back
but
in
no,
the
it's
day.
made a comeback, mate. It used to be dog shit. Now it's like people like it. People
Well,
want
well,
Champion.
yeah, but it
Like a
didn't
Walmart
start
house
off
brand,
as
yeah.
dog shit. It actually was a brand at one
And
point.
like Reebok, I think Reebok is a Dick's Sporting Goods house brand now, and then it's owned by Adidas overseas. I think Dick's
don't
Sporting
see-
Goods owns the U.S. and then Adidas owns the overseas markets.
So, Ginty, do you say Adidas or Adidas?
Adidas.
Adidas.
Yeah, like you guys say Nike. That's just
Nike.
it's
I say
wrong.
Nike.
It's Nike.
Nike.
Adidas.
An American company. It's pronounced Nike.
Yeah, get it
I
right.
see. I always grew up saying Adidas.
Nike, mate. It's named after a Greek god in America.
Nike, yeah. Well, no, it means victory. So like this,
No, but it's
the
a Greek god called Nike.
isn't the Greek myth that he like it was
She.
one of the
She.
well
I think.
no
He or she.
but the Greek myth is it was like one of the battles and then somebody ran like a messenger
That's a
ran
marathon.
from
That's marathon you're thinking of. That's where the word marathon comes from.
but I thought when he entered but doesn't the word Nike mean victory and then like when he returned back to the city he was yelling
No.
Nike. No.
Well, the way he ran from a battle to the city of Marathon, and then like he delivered the message and then died, and then so like as a tribute they made that. That's why it's like 23.6 miles.
Oh, okay.
So that's why it's
Okay,
called
gotcha.
a marathon.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, so Nike's the Greek goddess of victory.
Yeah.
So it is victory, but
Yeah, okay, so I was like not totally wrong.
No,
Greek
no, no.
Goddess. Yeah, it's a goddess. And
Are
then,
you a goddess, Will?
no.
So Will, what's with the England and Argentina scarves? Because I understand the U.S. and South Korea, but
Just to
what's with
trigger
the?
people.
To annoy people, man.
I'm just glad you have the Argentina scarf separating the England and USA
Yeah,
scarf.
but look what he's got
because
next
then
to
I'd really
Korea
have a problem.
So you got Japan,
Oh,
Korea, USA, Argentina, and England. But you just have different federations, but also too, right? The Argentinians and the English, they don't get along. The Japanese and the Koreans, they don't get along. And then the US is kind of in between the two.
Right in the middle.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that why you cover the Japanese
mean.
one with your head so you don't trigger like the South Korean viewers?
No, it just
in the
happens to be in
comments?
that view.
What do you guys say, Jason?
I don't know what the problem is. Like England and Argentina.
There's a sect of the
Falklands War and all that stuff.
Yeah.
No, I think what stirred it all up again was when fucking Top Gear went there.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, because only he would have that as his license plate on his
Which
car.
ones, the replicas or the elites? Because I'll tell you right now, the elites are far better than the Nike Plus ones.
Adidas are killing it right now with if we talk about jerseys as in like the
replica
football kits.
jerseys are better than the Nike replicas. Like the Nike replicas feel super cheap, but the elite version of the Nike, the one that's like 160 pounds or whatever,
Yeah,
that
the
one
one
is
that they say the players
fire.
wear.
Yeah, the
is that,
players wear. That's all I
that-
ever buy. It's amazing.
Is it
It
good?
is the best feeling kit I've
But I
ever
also
felt in my
feel
life.
like the Adidas they've got better designs than Nike right now. I think Nike's
Yeah, that's
Just
my
best.
problem with Nike is that the football shirt designs have like really suffered over the last few
weird.
years.
And I must be one of the odd ones out. I actually am not offended by our new kit.
I'm not offended by it. I think
I'm
it's
really
a little boring.
not like legit.
but-
No, yeah, but that's
Have they released it?
Tottenham kits in general are boring though. Really.
You're way too drunk.
Not all
Aaron.
of them.
Nobody said Nike. We said Nike. Just
But,
like you
like,
said.
Well, no,
And
I
most
said
people at
Nike
UK
because
say
that's how
Nike.
they say it in Greek. I'm pretty sure.
I haven't bought a
No,
Tottenham
it's
shirt in a
Nike.
long time. Like the last
Oh.
shirt I bought had like fucking Madison or whatever written on it.
You Americans gotta learn
like-
English, Aaron.
If I was going to buy one, I'd definitely buy this one. I kind of like it.
I remember the first time I bought a Spurs football kit, right? And it was in JD Sports, if you remember that, Jason. And
I do remember.
was-
Is it still going or they died?
yeah, they're still gone. But
Oh, fucking hell.
I remember I bought it was the only one they had, right? And it was like just as the new season was starting, and I picked it up, mate, and it had Van de Vaart on the back, mate, with his number, and this guy, just this Glaswegian guy, and I'll do the heavy Glaswegian accent, just looked at me and went, "Ah, what are you doing buying that? He's fucking just been sold up." And I was like, "I don't care, I like him." I just stood there in silence, you know, and I like jersey, but he like we're in a silent queue and he's just pointing at me, man, saying, "How are you doing? They've sold him." That was just as he left. I've still got it, mate. I love that. I love that one. It was a Puma one with the all blue, and it had that logo. That the sponsor was that like weird insurance company.
We should have stayed with Under Armour. I think because
hate
I love
Under
the
Armour
Under Armour.
Honestly,
Our
I didn't mind
shirts
the
were
quality. The Puma kit, though, I didn't mind the quality of it. It was a decently made piece of kit. I thought.
I don't know. I have a
Have you ever tried New Balance?
obviously
This is the pronunciation. Nike.
Have you ever tried any of the New Balance ones? Because then there was a time New Balance had a bunch of kit sponsorships and kit deals.
Nah, never had one of them.
They had Celtic, they had Liverpool. They
New
had,
Balance kits are pretty good. Who else? So we do a lot of youth kits for kids and stuff like that. So my son's worn several different shirt brands because they tend to change.
I had New Balance because they were like all over the shop and then they're gone. Is it because of that Trump thing?
Puma kits. Puma's replica kits aren't that good. They feel a lot like Nikes. I had a Dortmund one when Pulisic was there, and it was very.
Do you know who I loved kits, mate? And I don't think I see them anymore. Kappa. Do you remember Kappa?
Yeah, they were a proper brand though.
Yeah, back in like 2003, 2002, I used to wear them all the time.
all
They
the,
still
like,
have them. They were Aston Villa was Kappa's last season.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Like, because I remember Kappa in the 80s.
Might still be, to be honest with you.
Sergio Tacchini, all like the tennis brands. They were like the big, like no one could afford the Kappa like tracksuits and that because they used to.
Real Betis is apparently Kappa.
Palermo in Italy, I think, wears Kappa.
Well, they're Italian brands. They probably do have a few.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I have
the
a
monocle kit, mate. Oh, that's beautiful.
I have a 2008. It's right in my picture here when I stop my camera. 2008 Gareth Bale Puma away when he had the number 16, the 125-year anniversary kit. And honestly, it's got like felt numbers and stuff. And I don't know. It's like, but the actual shirt quality, I don't think is really that great. So
But Kappa,
it's like,
that's nice. That
Yeah,
holster
Kappa is
there,
that.
that's all felt on my picture.
yeah, I have an old Holston kit with felt on it.
Yeah, that's all felt.
The 83, 84 shirt. I have the 83, 84 home shirt.
Nice.
It's felt.
Yeah, I love
It's
the
not
old
really
Hummer
felt.
kits.
It's those old iron-on
Do you?
thingamajiggers.
Dude,
what it
I
was.
kind of go out my way, and I don't know about you guys, but I like to go out my way to find the kits without the sponsor on it. For me, I just like it without the sponsor on it because I feel I can wear it out more and not be a walking billboard.
You can't buy it anywhere, can you? Unless it's like Chinese or something like that.
No, but Celtic, you can buy their kits without the sponsor on them. It's like clubs. It's only Spurs that don't let you do it because it's Daniel Levy.
I personally don't care. Personally,
Aston Villa is sponsored by Kappa this past season.
I just wish we could just at least, Levy, just stop being cheap, take like 15 million less a year from the sponsorship and change the AIA to blue. Like, come on, man.
But I'm telling you, just look, I got, while we're still on kits, look, do not buy the replica Nike kit. Just don't. It's such a waste.
no. If I was buying one, I would definitely get like the
Top
expensive version.
Yeah, the elite.
sure.
Because you can buy it. Just look, I'd rather buy one than like two a year with a bunch of people, different name on them, whatever. And trust me, it feels better. It's almost like pajamas. Like it stretches really,
Isn't it
like you
nice?
could sleep in it, dude.
Oh, see, look, and I'm like,
Way better. And like Adidas, because the reason why Adidas's replica kits are better is because they only have one.
Mhm.
So their pro kit is their replica kit. There's no difference.
Oh, okay.
And so, but it's cheaper, right? So it looks more expensive because it's like 90 pounds versus the 80 or whatever. But there's only one. There is no elite Adidas kit. It's just a kit. So the Nike's elite kits for athlete wise, I think would be far more comfortable than the Adidas ones.
New
No,
Balance
I
still
feel
do
like
good ones though. Apparently, they still
Who?
have Liverpool. I'm saying New Balance still actually have a few big clubs. They've got
No, Liverpool's Nike now.
Liverpool. It says here on this one.
They switched this year.
Did they change back for next season, or because they had Nike this past season?
Yeah.
The green and white trim around.
Might be looking at an older article.
I'm looking at the store. So you think they would have?
It's probably just an older kit.
Yeah, they still have Portal though, Analytical, Bilbao, and Leo. So
Yeah, they're probably just selling old kits they still have in stock or whatnot.
maybe. Yeah, they used to have like they were buying in so many teams, or like making so many deals, and then they just completely fell to the wayside.
Well, it's just they can't compete shoe wise because their shoes suck, their boots suck.
What do you think
As a
about
guy,
the,
All right, so for me to buy the elite men's home shirt in Canadian dollars is $217.
No,
I know,
just
but
wait.
that's
Hey,
Monopoly money.
now I'm gonna tell you right now, and this is why I used to
No,
buy.
it may
dresses
be
in the
monopoly
club.
money to you, but when you live here earning monopoly money, it's fucking real money. It ain't monopoly fuck all. It's like that's a lot of money.
This is what I'm saying though. When after the season starts, you just got to be a little patient.
Okay.
Those elite brand shirts, if you buy them directly from the store, will drop to about 100 pounds, and then and with free international shipping, and you can find just as soon as the season starts, because especially the home shirt, they release it so early. If you just wait till like September, October, then it'll drop to about 100 pounds, and boom, or they'll go like I always buy mine at Christmas time. Because they go like super sale, like so you can find 30-40% off. And the great thing about those elite kits is all of the branding and the lettering sticks to that material far better than it does like the polyester and the replica. You don't have it peeling off in the washer or dryer over time, or doing whatever you're doing. So much better, dude.
Mate, that Barcelona kit they've got is disgusting. The new away one. Oh, that's awful.
You just gotta wait for the right time to do it.
so have they
It's a
have
home one.
the away kits been leaked yet? So I've seen the third
No.
with the purple, and that looks terrible. But
I looked up the store, mate, right?
Snot.
And PSG have Air Jordan instead of Nike. Even though it's under Nike. It's actually Air Jordan.
It's a different brand. Sponsored by him.
it's
Dude, you can't even buy a large or an extra large. They're literally out of stock.
Yeah, because the older ones.
No, on the Tottenham store, the new kit,
I'm buying
I
on the
can't
Nike
buy a
store,
large
mate.
or an extra large.
I'm buying on the Nike store. They're still on the Nike store. I wouldn't buy in the Tottenham store, mate. Fuck that. Fuck just giving it to Tottenham. But
what do you think of the new?
Well, don't they get the same cut anyway? Though?
What does it cost? What does it cost you at like soccer.com there, Jason?
Let me look.
It's £104. Does that sound about right? Am I getting the right kits? Because it doesn't say elite. It just says match home.
Let's see. I always go to Spurs Shop, and then I go to Nike, and then HomeKit. The $90 one is the see, how is it so much for you? Like I see it right now, $135.
Right, just do me a favor. Go to the Tottenham Hotspur website.
That's what I'm on right now. $135.
Yeah, but you're an American. This is in Canadian.
There's no our dollar is that much worth more than yours?
I'm just. Would you like me to take a screenshot of what I'm
just
saying?
saying. What's the exchange rate for crying out loud? I'll buy it to you and send it to you.
Well, what is the hold on. USD?
It may be. I don't know. Maybe your currency's like.
Yeah, you've got.
That's gross, man. You can actually see like the diff. See when you like switch between men's home and elite men's home, you can see the difference in the material.
It's night and day, dude. I'm telling you.
It's actually not that bad. It's only like 1.23 Canadian dollars.
Can you guys? I don't know if I can share.
That
my
can't
screen.
be
Can
right.
you see
Then that
this?
price.
They are ripping Canadians off, man.
Yeah, but dude, that happens. Don't even get me started on like the price of electronic goods in Canada is insane.
Here, so apparently the away kit was leaked. I don't know if this is accurate, but I'll put it in the private chat if you want to pull it up, Will. But it doesn't look good. I hope that's not what it is. But
So how much is it charging you for the Elite, Will?
$135. So it should only be like 166 Canadian.
Man, you thought the
I'm
third kit
telling
was
you now,
bad.
the point that I'm
Yeah,
going to buy
I
that,
mean-
you tell me what the shipping cost is, and I'll probably just send you the
That
damn
kit.
money. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
you guys should take a look at this because if this is the away kit,
That's so bad. Oh
What?
my
they
god.
both look like
What?
somebody like drank a bunch of different colored paint and then threw up.
No,
No,
mate, it looks,
no,
it
that's a
looks
training
like.
shirt.
That's
Mate,
not
that
a
It's
kit.
a training shirt.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
Okay,
Not the
good.
away kit.
That is
It
hideous.
looks like, you know, when you go past a puddle that has petrol in it.
Yeah,
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 I
that's
guess.
true.
That's
Yeah, like
exactly.
the little oil slick sort of.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's pretty Tottenham, right? That's probably pretty Tottenham.
What? An
Yeah.
oil slip?
Just like-
As a club.
It's
I don't
not
know.
even the right
You're just walking
material.
down the street and you see.
It's not even the right material to be the elite kit. So
Oh, okay, yeah.
I was asking how much a Hibs kit would cost. I don't know, mate. Probably £5 because no one wants to buy Hibs kits.
Oh man.
I'll have a look for you.
better not. Or it's okay if they do that because then it won't tempt me to buy it. But the one that I saw that was like solid black with just yellow light lettering, I'm gonna find hard not to purchase. Sorry, folks. Even though I'm eating out.
Is that what the away kit's gonna be?
Yeah, apparently.
With so like solid black with
Oh,
like
that's
that
good.
neon
Yeah,
yellow.
it's called Volt with Volt yellow.
Mate, that kit, that's spot.
Ooh,
Mate, have a,
yeah. I'm gonna.
mate, bring that up for the chat and Aaron, will you? I quite like that. what they've
Yeah, and
done.
Shane said $132.99 for a replica. For a replica? Jeez.
Ugh.
Maybe like Tottenham's like giving the US a discount because they want us to buy their stuff. or
No, but if you
something.
actually
I don't
click on it, mate, if you actually click on what it is, you'll see. It's actually the. Do you see that, Will?
know. What?
The thing I put in the chat.
Which one?
The last one.
The Hibs one.
The last one?
£50.
Yeah. Huh, yeah.
Did you see what they've done?
That's a Joma shirt.
Yeah.
Joma. What have they done?
If you click on the actual image,
Okay.
you not see what's on the actual. It's actually like the ground. It's like the map. They've mapped
Oh.
the area onto the.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like just a map of the area.
Yeah.
Cool.
Why is that so fucking expensive?
I
That's
don't know
pissing
why.
me off now.
That's like you said $235.
Right, so this is for a medium because I can't get a large or anything. But yeah. Canadian, $217.
Holy cow!
That's insane.
Mine here.
Switch your
Is-
currency to Canadian.
I don't think will let me.
You can't buy in silly dollars.
Let's see, Canada. $190. What's that here? Which is still more than what the dollar difference is. That's weird. That's like $30. They're charging you 30 more Canadian dollars than what the currency rate is for.
Yeah, so I'm looking at fanatics.com right now, and they've got the home vapor match authentic jersey for $164.99.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you buy it directly from the club, it's $30 cheaper because they're making the reason why it's more expensive from like soccer.com and those places is that Tottenham gets a licensing percentage on that. Well, the club doesn't when they sell it directly wholesale. So you normally save like $35 because I'm looking at the adult elite Tottenham Hotspur home shirt for $135.
Mhm.
And the
Right.
shipping is, let's say medium, add to bag.
Look how crisp this shirt looks, mate. Without the sponsor. I love it.
Check it out.
Right, so to convert that, that's $166
Yeah,
Canadian.
$166. So I could understand like maybe like 170 or something like that if they want to round up even or something like that. But
Oh man,
they're
Well,
charging you
when I get
195, an extra 25 dollars. That's kind of wonky.
well, I don't know why I'm seeing
No, I saw 195 too
Yeah,
when I switched currency.
yeah. I'm seeing the same American 135 with no name and no patches.
Yeah, no name, no patches, and $12 shipping. So for me, it's 130.
Yeah, 190 Canadian.
147 bucks.
I just did the same thing. That is crazy. Wow, you guys are getting ripped off.
Would it be easier to just get it shipped to America and then shipped up to you?
The
save
shipping
money?
probably to Canada wouldn't be a whole lot. I mean, it'd be an extra $20, but
Yeah, hey, yeah, Jason, if you want, just buy the American version.
or what? Probably the
I'll
cheapest way to
send it
be
up
is
to
just
you.
me to send me the money on PayPal. I'll buy it from America with PayPal and then send it. You might be able to just change the currency, buy it in 135 US dollars. That was just
And then-
to Canada.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. Change your currency to US dollars. See if it'll let you
Put
order
my
it.
shipping address. Yeah, I might do that. actually.
Because that'll save you $30 right there. Free shipping, basically.
That's
That's
such a,
insane.
that is such a hard rip.
Yeah, so saying it's 195.96 in Australia for the elite one.
Well,
No, I
I mean,
don't. I don't-
everything's going to be
Here's
more
my thing.
expensive to
I
ship down
don't mind
there.
it being the exchange rate, but where's this extra bit coming from?
Right, the extra 30. Maybe
Like,
some kind of
why?
VAT tax for Canada or something.
Dude, it wouldn't surprise me. Fucking.
Because we don't have any tax on imported goods in the U.S. Right,
Yeah.
so we can buy anything from anything in the world, and there's no extra tax attached to it.
Well, I think it
It's a
depends
British
on how
Commonwealth.
much
Surely,
and what
surely,
you're buying. But like,
surely-
especially
Yeah,
if
but
you're
the
going
Commonwealth's not.
there's no extra
It's a
tax.
name only thing these days, isn't it? I don't think there's a lot attached to that. Like, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know, dude. All I know is, like, if you want to buy a graphics card in America, it's $500. If you want to buy the same graphics card in Canada, you're talking $1,200.
Yeah, like well, I kind of know like, it's got to be a tax
insane, the
thing
markup. Oh,
It's got-
100%. It's got to be. It's
because
insane.
like I used to work for a company, like I do fishing tackle. That's my job.
Yeah.
And I used to work for a company called Pure Fishing, who makes Berkeley. So they're soft plastics. Those
Yeah.
soft plastics are $3.99 to, here in the U.S. and they're like eight Canadian dollars, which is more than 2 times the price. But that's because they had a VAT tax and all this other stuff that the retailer has to charge. It's literally almost 2 times the price. And
Look at the.
and the Canadian post office is real ginty about it because I used to have some people that I would send free stuff to in Canada to market my stuff.
Yeah.
And they'd stop it at the border every time and make the person come pay like a tax, even though it was samples and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's
Whenever I order
ridiculous.
stuff from China and places like that, I'd say 70% of the time you get it straight through, and then there is the odd occasion where I have to go down there and like I just get collared. And like, depending on what it is, I'm like, keep it, because the tax costs more than I pay for the damn thing.
Yeah, it's so.
I'm
silly.
good.
Did you have a look at what Aaron put? Would you see if Jason would rather have that? The last thing he put in.
Who?
Aaron.
Aaron?
Would you rather have that?
I mean, I'm down for the whiskey.
Genty, comment in the chat. Oh, there you are. I'll also make you a mod, and then you can post those links in the chat. Are you already a mod?
No.
Here, I'll make you a mod, and you can just.
Oh, I barely know you as well.
There you go.
Ooh.
I know you better than I know most of my mods, to be honest with you.
even Cody.
Oh, yeah, that Celtic away kit is beautiful, Genty.
Isn't it?
Oh my god. Yeah.
What did Bob think? Oh yeah, that is definitely the.
Karen, you need to comment too, so I can make you a
Bob,
mod.
I already own that in yellow.
Okay.
Where's Bob? Bob's not a mod. Bob, if you don't make me a mod on your channel, I'm gonna unmod you here.
Ooh.
Don't be pulling any silly stuff either, Bob, and like banning all my people in my chat. That'd be. That's the problem with Bob, is he likes to play too many practical jokes. He'd be like banning everybody.
Let me
I feel like I was so close to banning Bob. But I'm not. I just got the power.
Sometimes I think Bob likes getting into trouble in the comments more than actually coming on the shows and talking.
I think Cody does that a lot, man.
Yeah, Cody said he banned a Gooner one time just because he was made him mad or whatever. I don't like to ban people unless they're like hate speech people. So.
Oh, Cody
Mate,
doesn't
it's-
seem.
Dude, it gets even worse. If I buy that in British pounds, it only costs me 144 Canadian dollars for a conversion rate.
That's nuts.
I guess there's an extra US piece tied on to that too then.
Oh no, hold on, that wasn't the elite. Let's do the.
Oof. Yeah, but if the away kit is that black and Volt, then yeah, I'm gonna have to pull some extra hours to spring for that because
I figured out why it's that cost. It's the conversion of British pounds to Canadian dollars. It's got nothing to do with the US conversion.
Our price is a conversion from the pound, I'm sure.
Right, I'm just saying though, a straight like if you convert 120 pounds into dollars, it's $202.
Oh, okay, I got you.
That's where the price is coming from.
Well, why are we getting it for so cheap then here? What's the rate to dollar to pound? Is it that much of a difference? That's weird.
I don't know. Like, how much is it in the US?
135 US dollars.
135.
How would you rate this?
Pound.
I'm looking up best greatest kits ever.
Should be like $97 or 97 pounds.
And that one there is apparently one of the best. The men's US away one, 1994.
Oh, the denim jersey. They're
selling us
classic,
the elite kit for $97.66.
Right.
British pounds.
According to this, 120 British pounds converts to 165 US dollars.
Yeah, it's $135.
So why are you getting a deal?
Hey, that Yankee discount, boy.
America, baby.
God damn it!
Or is it? Does being a member matter?
Me.
You probably get some kind of discount.
I'm not a member, and I was seeing the same price. So
look at this for a kit, man. Come on, let me get old.
I am a member because I wanted to be able to buy tickets if I ever wanted to be able to buy tickets, but I'm not. I don't pay them anything.
Look at that kit.
I'm like an international member or whatever.
Yeah, for people in the chat, Newport County home kit 2004-2005. They have a gold necklace chain.
Oh, they're
the badge.
Oh, that is awesome.
They are blinging that, aren't
they?
The pawn shop kit.
What are they repping Greater London Council as well with the GLC?
So there is.
All right, guys, we are at 3 hours and 22 minutes, and I have to do a dire, so I think we're just going to call it a night since we've been talking about nothing for the last.
Roger that.
We've made it way past the 2 hour mark. I was thinking when the other guys jumped off that we were going to, because we were talking about my family tree and all that other stuff, but we made it for a while.
Well, hope you've enjoyed our rambling chat.
Yeah, so for all the thousands of people who end up watching this later, sorry, once again. Normally,
I have to hear about Will's English names.
Yeah, apparently I'm posh. Apparently I get a discount on Spurs kits, and
that's because you've got that posh discount. You know you're connected.
That's right. It's that royal flash discount.
And for everyone else who's in America buying those kits, you're welcome. But yeah, look, guys, nice combo of food, football, bollocks. I don't know if we talked about bollocks.
No, that's the other channel. Tommy touches ball.
Yeah, Tommy talks ball, talks about bollocks. No, we love you, Tommy.
Man.
Who's got the better boots, though? Adidas or Nike? We'll do that before we leave.
For me,
These
it
are
was
always a
Nike
size too,
boots.
Shaw.
So
These are always
I played rugby, and my firm ground boots were always Nike Mercurials. That's always what I wore. So they're just comfortable, simple, sleek, lightweight, good grip. So whenever we had to play on turf, which rugby on turf is not fucking fun, but I always went with those.
So I'm a bit of a boot nerd. So like I said, I have my son has enough, boots in his closet that don't fit him anymore. That the original retail price could have fed children in third world countries for probably 2 or 3 years. I know it's sad, right? I should donate all those to third world countries so they can play football. Is what I should do. They do that. They have a
or
drop
sell them and then send them the money. I think they prefer the money. Mate.
No, the kids are probably for the boots. To be frank with you,
I say you probably could find a way of doing that. Will
no, they do that here. They do that here. There is a charity at I think our local club has a boot drop off once a year.
Okay.
I don't know if it goes to third world countries or not, but it does
But
go
it goes
to
people in need.
Yeah, people in need.
Which is good.
Like I have hook hangers that have 1, 2, 3, 4, so it holds 2 pairs across and 8 down, and I have 3 of them filled in this closet.
Oh,
how many is that?
Are you opening a boot shop?
No, that's just I buy I used to buy. So you have firm ground, AG, and soft ground.
Wow, so you've really fully kitted them out.
Yeah.
Usually it's just one pair of boots you got, and you had to do everywhere.
And then there's a huge difference though. I'm telling you right now, like soft ground. But the problem is in America, most youth leagues don't let you have the aluminum spikes. They have to be nylon. So you have to find. Then you have to go buy the nylon tips to replace them because they just screw out. Yeah. And so you just screw them, and you screw in the nylon replacement ones or whatever. I'm gonna tell you right now though, in those days when it was raining, and I'm talking rain and sloppy on the pitch, and every other kid's running around in FG boots that are clogged up with mud and their feet weigh 900 pounds, and my son's out there wisping by people like they're nothing, and that makes a difference. Yeah. AG ones, I'm not so much sure if it's maybe to be safer for injuries than running a full G boot. But that's the problem here in the US. Half the time he's playing on turf, half the time he's playing on natural grass, half the time it's raining. Right? So I got to have all 3, and then you talk to that, and then you want that in the elite version, right? So you're talking Adidas 1.1s or plus versions. My son was on a laceless boot kick for a while, so for Adidas, that's the plus version, and that's like you get, you have to pay an extra $45 for no laces and stuff like that, which is kind of weird.
Really, that much? Eh?
Yeah, $275 for the. $275 for the laceless version and $225 for the 0.1s, which is just same boot with laces.
Yeah, I had to have at least 2 pairs of boots when I played rugby too, because it would be like we were either playing on turf, in which case I'd go with some firm ground soccer cleats because I was a forward, so I got to be able to dig in. So you can't wear like AG boots where it's like there's no grip. You still have to have some grip to get in it. And then otherwise we'd be playing in mud pits, so I'd be wearing like I don't know, I think they made football boots too, but Diodoras with the big aluminum studs on them. That's what I would wear. All leather with the hard toe. It's like wearing a work boot with studs on the bottom. That's what I would wear in the real muddy, nasty games.
I just thought of another blast in the past, Jason. Do you remember Fila?
Yeah.
Fila?
Oh, yeah.
Back in the day.
Fila made boots?
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
They were mostly a
They made
basketball brand
shoes, yeah.
over here.
Over here they weren't.
You know, it's actually owned by a Korean company now, and it's really popular in Korea still. Fila.
Is it?
That's why if you have to look at a lot of golfers, and you'll see Korean sponsored with Fila golf wear.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah,
Used to
it's
get
big.
bullied if you were wearing Fila shoes because it meant you were broke. You're poor.
See, I'll give you a blast from the past that no one probably remembers. Patrick football boots.
Never heard of Patrick's.
No,
Yeah, they were old.
My son had an Admiral kit.
Admiral?
2 years ago.
I just know that's the car insurance.
No, not 2 years ago. 1, 2, 3, 4. I still have it. His Admiral kit. It's up on his wall.
Oh.
Shorts were garbage. The top was nice though.
Now, for me, it was always when I was growing up with Nike, mate, go over Adidas because I'm size 12, man. So, and Adidas were always like, they'd say size 12, but really are size 11. I don't know, it's different in the US. I would be size 13 in the US, but like, I think it's like one up in the UK. I'm literally, it was so lucky. I was like, I hope my feet don't grow anymore because I was at that cusp when you started going into the 14, 15 sizes that all you can wear is
You can't
basketball
find,
shoes.
yeah. You can't wear anything anymore. Yeah, I wear size. I'm the same. I wear size 14.
Oh, I must suck, mate.
But I can get into a 13 and a half, 13.
Hmm.
And so it's you can
It's
find
hilarious
boots here.
though when you go into like a sports store and you say, "Yeah, do you have it in a size 12?" And they're like, "I'm going to struggle," you know. It's like as if you've never knew like you're
I
going to
can't find
struggle.
14.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like I haven't been living with these feet for so long, mate. Like
Try living in Asia for 13 years, where the largest they ever sell at any store is a size 10, and you wear a size 14.
Oh my god!
I bet their eyes just go.
No, I just wore the same. You can ask my wife. I just wear the same shoe, or I'd have to have my mom ship them to me. I buy them shipped to me. Lotto is still fairly popular. Lotto's still making boots.
Oh yeah, Lotto makes nice looking stuff.
I wouldn't say it's nice, but it's okay.
I said nice looking. Some of their kits were pretty cool back in the day. So,
but Umbro still makes stuff. They still license and sell it here in the U.S. I wouldn't wear any of Umbro's boots now either, but they're still around.
Yeah.
One boot company that I don't see that often in Europe is Mizuno.
Mizuno is got loads of. We can get loads now here. I've seen a lot of Mizuno lately.
But like, I don't know any players who are wearing them on.
That's true. No, I don't see any players. But I'm talking about like who you look or like you're looking for shoes.
Probably because they just don't sponsor European athletes that much. I don't think. But in Asia, Mizuno is big.
one brand. It's rugby specific, but I wish they would branch out into football because their products are just so quality. Canterbury from New Zealand.
Yeah.
They just like they do kits and boots and everything they make, even just like their clothes, just their regular like everyday clothes. Everything they make is such nice quality, and they'd make a killing if they branched into football. I don't know why they don't. But
My boss at my old job. So in Korea, the company I worked for was Pure Fishing. It was a fishing tackle company, and he used to be the country manager for Nike, or work for Nike in Korea. So Nike Korea, they have their own branch. So he still knows a lot of the guys there. So he used to get for salesmen like kind of gifts for people that customers and stuff like that, wholesalers. And for the employees, he would go to Nike and get like their old last year stuff that they had extra inventory on, and then he would sew our company's logo on top of it. So I have like 2 or 3 stadium jackets with like one's Barcelona, one's Real Madrid, and it would have like our company's patch sewed on it as well. So when I left the company, I just cut the patch off. Now I have like a Barcelona Nike stadium jacket. I have a Real Madrid one. I have
Nice.
yeah.
Do you know it's
like
one?
the big jumpers that are like $300-$400. Yeah.
Do you know it's the one you don't see very often, and I can only remember one player that ever was sponsored by them, and it was a bug-eyed Nuno, which was also concave. Ever heard of them? See, that's what I mean. That's what they're called.
One more time.
I don't know if it's how you pronounce it, but it's spelled concave or concave.
Converse?
C-O-N. No,
not
C-O-N.
Converse.
C-O-N-C-A-V-E. Like
Never
a
heard of
con job and then cave. Yeah, they sponsored like Mesut Ozil.
Concave. Never heard of them.
Yeah. Yeah, they make alright boots, but like, yeah, I've only heard that and I just looked it up there. Hulk. Hulk was the other player.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing these now.
Right, gentlemen. It has been emotional, but I'm going to bed.
Yes, it is time for all of us to go to bed. It is 3:30, so or we've been on it for 3.5 hours. But folks watching at home, we went an extra 15 minutes because you guys begged us to stay. And we're not doing it anymore. You can't trick us any longer. We will be back for the Ball and Beer Tottenham Boys show, which will actually be about football, unlike this show. So if you don't like football, watch this one. But if you like football, watch that one. And stay strong. Stay Spurs. And we'll see you guys next time.
Let's go now.